Logging out, exiting game.
Alright.
Obviously, he's not ready.
We are recording.
He is. It's like right there. He's got to log out. We are recording.
We are recording.
Now the
Hello,
world can see
camera,
us.
and
Camera.
welcome to the live game.
Hi.
You'll see this later on YouTube, probably in 2 years with my current track record. So see you then.
Hey.
You can always stream it later on Twitch too.
I could.
Yeah, just
That'll be
rebroadcast
another
the
2
video.
years. I'll see you then. Whenever I feel like setting that up. All right, guys, are we ready to step back into the world of Chult?
Are we ready?
You know what's crazy? If that's going to be released 2 years from now, the people watching this video will already know which one of us has died.
You know who's dead at this table.
We
you
all
know.
are unsuspected. We don't know yet.
You know who's not going to be here.
We don't know.
Not with the fly speed, it's not.
You guys are already in the pirate campaign.
You're right, deal. We need to unionize.
Which one of us is your favorite pirate? Poll below.
Clickety clack that like button.
The pirates have already been killed off too.
They're already dead. Where they're from.
Careful with that. You're
Oh
taking
yeah,
Mike.
that'll be great.
Okay,
Let's try to roll away from the
Those
mic
non-metal dice.
if we can.
And then I
we
can use
will.
the dice tower.
Pull the levels down a little bit here.
All right,
Yeah, that's not too bad.
friends. Let's dip back into the world of Toril, to the land of Chult, down deep north, the land of ash and smoke. Our first scene opens. We see the jungle mist as it pours by. This music is too happy. This music is far too positive.
Yeah, for T-Rex death, yeah, it is.
This is far too positive. Let's get this. Let's get this music. This is much more in line. Our shot opens and we see the vast jungle before us. The blue mist curling in from all sides wraps its way, almost framing our screen. Our camera moves forward slowly, almost on a track as it pushes past the foliage. The mist ever just grabbing at the sides of our vision. As it curls and as our camera moves and shifts through the jungle, we see the mist take shape, forming the different scenes from the past episode of Tomb of the Annihilation. The single annihilation that will happen.
That will happen to all of us.
To all of you.
The Annihilation is a person?
There you go.
Or was a
30
person.
minutes.
He has a tomb now.
You don't know, the Annihilation might just be the T-Rex we're running into right now.
The mist forms into scenes portraying our characters as they travel their last few days among the sands of the land of ash and smoke. We see them make their way through the dunes, some slow days, some fast, as they make their way towards the edge of the jungle. They go unheeded, nothing unimpeded, nothing stops them along their journey. They face very little threat, a bit of luck on their part, Timora's blessing, it would seem. As they entered into the jungle, we see a scene as Valfine points out in the distance, a great statue, its head piercing the jungle canopy above. Our party went there. They traveled towards this great structure, and upon arriving and further inspection in this opening in the jungle, you discovered an ancient statue to the god, the dead, lost, who knows, god Ubtao, creator of Chult. Upon its chest lied a perfect, all of the stone worn away, but upon its chest lied a perfect maze. Some of you took the time to perform that maze, to make your way through, and upon doing so, discovered a blessing that was gifted to each of you as you all completed the challenge. And you knew the way. You felt the blessing of Ubtao bestow upon you, and you knew that you could summon the power to know the path ahead of you, each of you, for a single day's journey.
Do you remember how many of us used that up to this point?
You should all know who's used it and who hasn't.
I've used it.
You are the one who's using it on this particular day.
Try not to
And
get
I
hit.
led us right into a T-Rex.
I think Brolin's the only one left that has
Okay,
used
yeah,
it.
because
I
I
thought I
know we
used-
had
Oh,
just
you
enough.
have it, but you don't know about Omu, so you couldn't use it. That
Yes.
was the other.
I
Yeah.
think I used it.
I think we're having you go last,
Oh.
but I have it all written down on the calendar thing.
Yeah, because we
Okay.
had enough to use every day but the last day of travel. So
I'm just looking at that Tinder's attention, and it's running dry.
Our oh yeah.
No, don't do the.
probably shouldn't have
Alright.
the name on the clock.
All right, wait.
But
let's just
No,
calm down.
no, it's
Let's
fine.
just calm down.
Everything's
and
fine.
not.
We just
Well,
have
do-
to.
Tinder is much more worried about the undead.
Oh, hold
that
on.
Killed her daughter.
Of
Yeah.
course,
Her son.
of course.
For those
yeah.
for those watching later, unfortunately, you will not be able to see the battle maps. They will be on our screens. If you peek around one of these, maybe if the quality's high enough, but you could imagine it in your head. You're good.
Can you put this on though?
So let me just click that. Okay, there we go. So we see the mist of this scene portraying our characters at the statue of Ubtao begin to fade away as our camera continues to pan deeper into the jungle, the blue hue of the mist darkening as we get into the thick of the jungle. As the mist fades into the next scene, we see our party, a couple of spots as they make their way through the jungle, trying their hardest to move at a fast pace, but being thwarted each time. The jungle and the density of the undead that roam it, the blue mist that must be avoided at all costs, and the path, the spell, allowing you to take your travel in the, I don't think it did the safest route possible, but knowing that you were trying, you had people keeping out the
Most
safest route.
direct, yeah.
You avoided these things, but it cost you your speed, and you have traveled quite slowly. We see our party struggling through the jungle day by day, nights in the bubble getting possibly a little more stressful, but actually, I believe I'm incorrect there. We're seeing our party come together a little bit more. We were seeing a few scenes of camaraderie as there was a couple of tense moments, but more of our party sort of getting back to their old roots. So as those scenes fade, we come upon the day that we are on now. We see our party take off. Alexandria in the lead, and we watch as they travel through the jungle almost in a sped up version of itself as they make their way through on this day, and the mist breaks as you approach, as we see in the distance you approaching the corpse, the massive hunk of undead meat that was this dinosaur, this dead dinosaur in the middle of the jungle.
Do we have a picture of it?
We
so we
break,
thought.
yeah. I'll throw up a picture.
Or
of
so we
those.
thought.
We break through the mist. I'll show you the picture in a moment. We break through the mist, the scenes of our past cutting away, and as they break away, reveals before us the current, where we are now. We see the party in front of this giant hunk of dead meat, and we hear Alexandria's words of, I believe it was, "It's dead. We can go around."
It's just dead. We can move on.
Yes, we come up right, right in that moment.
It's not dead.
Oh,
We
it's
can't go
dead.
around.
We see it.
It's not dead
shift,
enough.
and then shift again. Both of its shoulder blades poking up out of its undead flesh, and it turns as it stands many feet above you and lets out a horrible screech. I would like you all to roll initiative. Not yet. Well, wait. Oh, how's that gonna work? I'll put you guys in.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could keep a tracker on the page if we're rolling dice.
Nani!
So let me
Masaka.
So I'm gonna put you guys on the battle map. I would like you all to let me put up initiative. I would like you guys to roll initiative on roll 20. You can switch your roll out for physical roll if you want.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, here's the
Christ.
picture, so you remember.
Yeah,
what
no, I
you're
remember what it looks
doing.
like. I don't need it. That's my...
Yeah.
Look at that slobber. It's a hungry boy.
I will move the screen to where you need to be relevant.
You wanna know what my first roll of the night is, Joe? 6 plus 2.
I'm gonna roll physical. I want to actually.
I mean, I'm gonna want to roll
Yeah, throw
physical
a
just
die,
because I
but-
saw what I rolled.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know how that's gonna work.
I got a 20.
You guys need to
You
decide
crit on the most
beforehand.
useless thing in the game, yay!
Actually, if you're going to roll physical, don't roll in roll 20 until you roll physical. That's how it will work. If
Oh,
you're
yeah,
gonna
do
do,
it first.
do physical first and then roll.
Well, having missed that, I think I'll just roll. And now I'll take that 10 over my 6. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll be 6.
if you roll physical, do that first before you log it and put it into roll 20.
How do I manually put it in again?
Oh, you click your number.
Well,
Oh, okay.
I should have rolled physical.
the first stage of the prophecy has been completed. I rolled below the monster's initiative.
If you recall, you guys can see inside of its maw the many undead that exist inside of its throat, clawing out at you guys.
So, is the T-Rex actually alive?
It's being driven.
Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's like a horde of undead on it, and they're pushing against the body to move it in directions. So it's like almost.
the three kobolds in a church.
That's not the
Except
young
it's
Chris Perkins.
Several
It's-
undead in a
Oh, that's so like
T-Rex.
it's like the frickin' zombies in its mouth are like lifted, like pushing up as it's trying to get up.
Are these the rolls?
Yeah.
I have a 6 or 8. I need to change.
No.
Oh, change it. Yeah.
Come back.
There we go.
Launch.
I decided to stick with my initiative, even though I rolled a natural 20 on my dice tower.
Brolin, in this moment, as you see this horrible creature tower over your party, one of the largest you've ever encountered before, it dwarfs the recent dragon that you fought.
It dwarfs the dwarf.
What was the dwarf?
Get it? He's short.
Dragon's name is
Zeptis.
Zeptis. It dwarfs Zeptis in size. This massive creature, once natural to Chult and no longer. You can see upon its forehead glows the triangle.
Oh
boy.
no.
It's a
The
no
blue
witnesses
triangle.
All right. I think it's good that he got that because I think Brolin's the defeat at Zeptis' hands and the death of the party has gotten him on like a he's got to make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Unfortunately, Roland is on the T-Rex's side.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Surprise.
He pushes past Warren Alexandria
Okay.
and he's gonna transform into the giant constrictor snake.
Protect me, Squire!
That is very
He
large.
should not be that big. He's a 3 square, right?
He's huge.
Yep, 3 square. So he needs to take form on you, and he can't currently, so you will have to move like
Yeah,
down
I'll move
one.
right here.
Right there, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll move right here. Okay, so
put Brolin to the side. I'm just gonna put him.
all right, guys, goodbye.
I'm just gonna put an X through him. He's not there.
All right.
All right, you bonus action to take that form. He's
Yeah.
at 0 HP right now. You might want to set him back up to 70, whatever. Did I lose?
Did you pause the death?
I might have
No, I
lost.
just got really quiet.
It sounds like the Bluetooth died.
Let me see. I'm still connected to Pathfinder.
Oh, I wonder
Maybe
if-
that was it from the. Oop. Let me just put that back on.
Huh. Alright.
Alright, so you use your bonus action. You
Yes.
see as your dwarven form changes completely in reaction to this horrible creature's presence as you take yourself into this druidic power. You let it consume you, and you become this
Imagine
of equal size giant snake. And as your head rears up, it's the head of this undead creature immediately meets yours.
Oh no! All right,
You can just see the undead crawling out. One just a hand hanging over the tooth.
all right. I'm gonna roll to attack. I don't think I have any pluses to this. Yeah, his strength is +5. So this attack, yeah, it's just a +5.
Okay.
That's a D6.
Do you remember?
That is a night. That is a 26,
Yeah.
24.
That
think,
hits.
wasn't War's axe ignited already because we were trying to use it to see?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it was like a dim light
Because
around.
we were chopping through the jungle with it, right?
So, that does hit.
Yeah, so you're good. You're set to go.
Yes. So that's the constrict.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be 2d8 + 5,
All right.
and he is automatically
Yeah,
grappled.
Yep.
Another D8.
He is grappled by you.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
Because he is of the same size.
Ugh.
How much damage?
That is 6 + 5 is 11.
11 points of damage. Okay. Is that all physical damage?
Yeah.
Okay. We see you wrap around this thing, immediately lunge and take a twist all the way around this thing. So we see it entwined in this massive white constrictor snake, and just bite right
Yeah,
in.
right in its neck.
And it doesn't react like a normal creature. Just
He is restrained, by the
into
way.
it. He is restrained. It doesn't let loose any kind of pain or anything. It acts just like an undead and just. That is your action. That's your bonus action, and you're not moving.
Terrifying.
That is
Anymore?
that's so okay. We have a chance.
All
Do
right.
something.
So fireball right on top of Bro.
Oh man.
I'm ready.
What if all the zombies in its mouth just say in unison, "No witness"?
Or they
It's
all
all-
start
no.
biting you all at once.
It's all the zombies inside it that are piloting it, so you just hear a muffled.
No, it's just.
They just got like,
Yeah, you can do what I say, see?
I'm gonna get you, see?
it's like
I just feel that he gets it.
So we've got T-Rex being piloted by zombies.
So-
And a dwarfness snake suit.
Dwarf in a snake suit. Yeah. He's got the floppy head.
yeah. So it's a zombie and a
He's got a
giant T-Rex
kigurumi of a
out.
giant snake.
It is going to immediately just and just rip into your flesh. What's the armor class?
That's a 12. He's not. He's
I knew him well, Melfi.
a natural 20.
Oh, gee, is it disadvantage because he's restrained?
yeah, it is actually.
Oh, it is. It is. Is he?
No
is he
naturals
actually
here.
restrained?
Yeah, he's restrained.
Oh.
Restrained, my
He's
dude.
restrained.
Don't
Nice.
kill us, that.
Nice.
Call, sir.
Very good. All right, 17.
That's okay.
Much
it
better.
It
Much,
hits. Yeah.
much better.
Much better.
I was about to
But
say
he has,
shit.
he has disadvantage. Friend.
Wait, it gets disadvantage because of restrained?
Against his restrainer.
Oh, he
if
can
you wanna
break.
look it up.
He can break the restrain too.
He can if he wants. Yeah.
I don't think that. I mean, I'm gonna look it up.
Because I know,
Well, how can
I
you
know,
break the
I know
restraint? Is that a
grapples
grapple?
is
DC
speed
escape
zero, right?
DC 6.
Oh,
Okay. He.
This is the player
yeah,
handbook.
I
Second
will.
copy, shit.
I forgot that he can do that, so I'll do that probably next time.
It's
He'll
in the back
do.
place, it looks.
Is it?
Yeah. It's the first one of the appendixes.
Speed 0 can't benefit from components to speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the
Keep going.
creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
It'll be the very appendix.
well, there it is.
Yep.
Disadvantage on dex saving throws as well.
By the way, all my damage is magical.
Very good.
28 points of piercing damage
Gotcha,
as it
gotcha.
rips into
Oh,
you,
shit. Oh,
and
my
you
God.
are grappled by it.
There you go.
All right.
You have him restrained, but he's grappling you.
You are considered restrained.
All right.
You're restraining each other.
Oh no, does it have multiple attacks? Because that's about to be a problem.
Yeah.
Wait.
It would be normal. though.
Actually, it's not going to do
normal
that.
rolls.
Okay.
It's not going to do that, but it will just bite into you and immediately release. So, did you apply the damage?
Yeah.
As it does that, as it releases back, you see clinging onto your flesh is one of those zombies.
Oh, God.
Every time it attacks, it spawns a zombie.
You cast Command Dead. Command Undead. You Useless necromancer.
I am not a necromancer, and I don't have that spell.
Oh, the snake actually says you, sis, you're stupid.
Alright, and then it's going to take its massive tail and sweep it across the ground. This could hit War or Alexandria. I'd like you both to just roll a base dex check. The higher gets out of the way of the tail, the lower takes the hit.
Base.
This is for me to decide who to hit.
Just a dexterity check. Dang.
Just a base dexterity.
Wait, doesn't it have disadvantage?
This isn't any kind of ability or
Oh, it's
anything.
an action.
This is just a. Don't worry about it. The lower is just the person who's going to take the hit.
Me and my horse jump into the air.
Were you on your horse?
I am on my horse right now, yeah.
Okay, can you put your horse on the battlefield?
So we jump as the tail's sweeping under us, and then we daintily, like a fairy's little foot, just boop, off the top of the.
I'm gonna imagine War was one step back then if you're on the horse. I forgot about that. Let me just grab.
So you're fine. You're out of range because my horse is fat.
No, you're not.
Oh, apparently.
This
you're not.
was
Never mind.
either. This was either for. Let me just get your horse
Yeah, but reach like. Let me look at the map.
to the back.
Go back to the back.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess it depends where he put you. If he put you like to the right, you would have been way out of range of reach.
This hits War, or what'd you roll?
8.
8? Did you both roll 8?
You rolled a natural
I
20.
got a
Oh!
crit, my friend.
So it
Yeah,
hits.
so
it
it
hits
hits me.
War. All right. So this attack goes on to
Up here.
War.
That's unfortunate because I'm not.
I still should try to hit.
Yeah. I'm not raging yet though.
But it's still has to, it could make a bad half.
Yeah, I can make a bad roll.
Hopefully.
28.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
made a bad roll.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
Your AC's 20.
yeah. It is.
Dude,
Yeah, I
holy
think
shit.
that hit.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it missed.
Don't
War
look like
is-
that.
Is
We need a poker face here, buddy.
He just keeps rolling.
27 points of damage. As a massive undead tail, you can see the bones protruding from its flesh, swings down and slams into you, War.
God.
You are prone.
paint job.
You're prone too?
It rips across the field as it takes a full turn in this strike.
Oh.
Oh, it was with disadvantage. That would be instead a 19.
It misses.
It misses.
It's the shield.
It's a shield. So
That's
we
the
see
difference.
that we see it right up against your shield
Yeah,
as
it
it
gets-
drags
it gets some
across,
sparks. Oh, man.
and you have to like let it loose, and it goes right over you. You do not
It's like the
take that
teachings
damage.
of your
I was
uncle.
gonna say, I thought this was like a legendary or something because you didn't say
It's
it was
a little
an
bit of
attack,
your
so-
uncle's
Oh,
teachings
I didn't
coming
call you out
into-
on it.
All right, it is.
That's a lot of damage, guys.
It is Valfien's turn.
She's gonna say it happens, she's gonna go, oh, and like immediately just back, and I'm gonna bonus action hide in this spot here. Where's my character sheet? I'm looking at PR. Where's my stealth? I believe it's only a +2. So
Alex, what can you do?
I am looking.
natural 20.
Natural 20,
Plus
nice.
2. All right, and then I'm gonna attack with.
Well, you already have advantage.
Yeah, I already
It's
have
restrained.
advantage. I probably would have been fine. So I'm gonna roll a longbow attack on our giant T-Rex friend. Oh yeah, you're gonna
Just every once in a while.
Oh, that's so
Oh
scary.
shit! Natural 19 plus 5 is 24.
Okay. So, I thought you got a natural 20. What happened to that?
That was for hiding.
Oh, for hiding, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you duck into the jungle, pull back, and fire.
Yep. And then sneak attack at my current level is.
Ooh, God, I thought that was about to.
That was close.
I thought that was about to be the end. I'm so happy you
Oh,
smoked.
shit.
You smoked that. I'm so happy you smoked this.
Just everything shorts
For
out.
future, I'll just make sure it's over there.
So it is. Hang on. I could just roll it in here to get us moving.
You guys.
I forget how many d6s I have at level level 6. I think it's 3, but I'll do it anyway.
T-Rex can't kill us
3d6.
If we take out the computer first.
Oh shit, that is the wrong book.
I didn't bring the book, so it would be.
I have a book.
I have the iPad to be able to.
I have D&D Beyond.
Yeah. So
Oh
I can-
shit, that's wrong. Get,
I
get rid of
I
the.
have access to 2, but
Do you want to roll physical dice, or do you want to do?
I'm gonna do that, yeah.
Yeah, roll
Because this
physical
is that didn't work out. It like crit on roll 20.
Yeah, it did weird. It did. I mean, technically.
Okay, so 1d8 plus 2 plus 3d6. So that is 9.
No, I'm not very good at fighting mindless things.
21 damage.
21 points of damage.
21 piercing.
All right. Yeah, it plunks, ripping into the flesh. You see pieces of it begin to tear away from your arrow as it pierces in, and as it tears away, you can see the faces of the undead lined inside of its body.
Do they all have?
Yeah.
All of them have triangles.
I mean, not all of them. Not all the little ones. I thought you were asking for this.
Oh yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, these aren't all the triangle teleporters.
Oh, could I have hidden after my
Hidden what?
attack?
No, if you wanted to
I already
sneak
had
attack.
advantage
Or you
because
already had advantage.
They were.
I'll allow it this once,
Okay.
but let me know.
I love you, buddy.
State of ladder is very important.
Yes.
All right, cool. That's your full turn, Doffing?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
where you're at?
my action, bonus action, movement. Should
Very
be good.
cool.
Yep.
All right, let's move over to Freesia. You are next in line. You see this massive creature, this piece of Chult that has come to try and claim your life. What would you like to do?
She will step backwards.
are you not at full health?
What?
Are you not at full health?
Oh,
You should be, I think.
Yeah, you are.
oh, I am.
We
now.
have been at a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure.
We've
Oh,
had
that
a
was
few
from a
long
different
rests. This is
thing,
the first
actually.
fight in a
Okay.
long time.
That was from when I was hurt.
Yeah,
Right.
no one
I
should
I
have
couldn't be at full
any
health during
exhaustions.
those.
Yeah.
That's
No,
not-
No,
we
we're-
traveled a good like 4 or
Yep.
5 days. We should-
No, we're at peak.
Yeah.
All right.
Peak efficiency.
Then I guess I will do the only thing that makes sense to do at the moment. I cast Firewall.
Ooh, fireball.
Nice.
Love it.
Very nice. Where's it going?
In a straight vertical line through the T-Rex.
Through the T-Rex, so like this.
Vertical.
Okay, vertical, straight up. Okay, cool. Thank you.
25 fire damage.
Do when someone grapples, do they share the same space?
No. How long is it?
It's like long enough that it won't matter. It's like 50 feet or something like that. I'll double check.
50. Sheesh.
That'll work.
That's
That's
pretty
good.
good.
That's a good escape.
All right, we see the flames lick up from the jungle, and as they hit the blue mist, they take the color of that form. And we see the blue flames
60
curl
feet
and
long.
cover, and we can see the blue also just sort of bleeding out from the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the zombie, as it just colors the flames a blue. So yeah, we can see it just completely enveloped. Watch me have gotten 60 feet. Let me just quick check. Come on. So close. So close.
65.
It's long enough it doesn't matter. Is at
Almost.
this point.
I'm just putting it right there because I'm picky. Okay.
Because we're only fighting
It
one
needs
thing.
to make-
but you don't know what his
It has to
movement
make a
is.
save.
Until it attacks again.
Yeah.
It has to make a save, correct?
Yes. It is a dex save. Yeah, dex save.
Does it have disadvantage on the dex save?
It
if it's
does.
restrained?
Well, it's
Well,
restrained.
it's restrained, it does.
Yeah.
So disadvantage on the
Good
dex save.
call.
Oh, and far side of the wall is a bad side.
Thank you.
A 12.
And then it takes its full damage.
Alright, are you doing the damage on here? Yes.
For this one? This first hit I am going to roll
25.
I
Yeah,
did
we
look at the
see it light because it curls around it. This is probably the first time you
So
hear
5d8.
it.
Looks like.
Yeah.
First time you hear it, probably shout
dice
out.
from underneath me.
Just a great roar as it takes
Well, I
as
have
it's
at
surrounded by
least
these
5d8
flames.
worth of dice
Just,
beneath me.
just letting that horrible shout out.
What's more terrifying than T-Rex?
T-Rex on fire.
T-Rex on fire.
A dead T-Rex on fire.
Yep.
Does it take that damage at the end of its turn or the start of its turn?
Start.
Okay.
0 fucks.
Freesia, what else would you like to do this turn?
Run away.
Okay.
Sure enough.
Show me where you run into.
Don't go too far.
That is good enough. That's as far as I can make it from where I was.
Okay. War, it is your turn. Alexander, you're on deck.
Come on,
Alright.
buddy. Come on.
Bonus action rage.
Okay, you're raged.
Uh,
We see,
do
yeah,
it.
your muscles surge. We see the veins pop.
And then the ancestors start coming out of him.
I forgot.
Really-
Have
really
Felicia
quick.
dice.
Get the
Is it
freak-
possible for him to hold his turn till after my turn?
He can if he wants, but only in action.
Only okay.
Only his
Oh,
action.
yeah. Frisia's flames, except for where they're being turned blue, are definitely rainbow color.
Definitely rainbow.
Yes.
He is going to move here.
Okay. You move up to the thigh of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
And
And then, using the attack action, I'm going to reckless attack.
Okay.
So, I already have advantage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep,
So
Yeah.
you do.
don't need the reckless attack.
Nope.
Okay. Not reckless attack. That's natural 19 plus
Okay.
6.
That will definitely hit.
25?
Do you crit?
No.
No.
So that's
My
25
hood
on
is
the
up,
first
by the way.
one.
also, the sparks that come off the fire are stars.
Just like Super Mario World over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
forgot
16
that I
points
had
of
to raise
damage.
the dice.
16 points of damage.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep. 10 of it was fire damage.
Oh.
Thank you.
Because these are very definitely Frisia dice.
Yeah, those colors.
Second attack.
Like
So
gummy
he also
bears.
has the ancestral protector thing now.
Okay.
Second attack.
These were Asteria dice.
22 to hit.
That hits.
Alright.
Yeah, buddy. Rolling that shit.
Oh,
16 points of damage, 6 of which are fire.
Okay. There's 16. We see War step up, take 2 hefty hits into its leg. After both strikes, you see the creature limp down, its leg buckling into the ground, and it looks weakened. It steps back up, still ready to fight. Alright, War, if that completes your turn.
So that's bonus action to action for 2 attacks.
Fireball it.
That's it.
You know,
Fireball.
right.
I already
Alexandria,
moved,
you
yep.
are next.
You want me to fireball?
Fireball.
You want me to, you want me to fireball?
You can lay it behind him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
Whatever you think.
But I mean, all the shit you've been talking to me, I don't know. I think I might just have to be a little bit in your square.
you are wrapped
I
around
give you a
this
quarter. I
T-Rex.
give you a little corner slice.
We will always follow the mechanics of the
Yeah,
board
yeah.
when it comes to
Okay.
thematically. He is, yes.
So I am going to wager that this thing is not going to be moving. So I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere,
Okay.
and I'm going to put that behind the T-Rex.
Let me grab that for you. I should make that for you. Since you're here.
And Flaming Sphere along with the Flaming Ball, and we're just going to burn this thing out.
And a fire axe. Yeah.
You are rolling
The fire axe.
digitally.
I'll roll
Barbecue
physically.
again.
Okay.
Has to smell awful.
So
It's got disadvantage on
It had
that.
to smell awful before it started burning.
Audrey Lotha. Vathvir Nuso.
Ooh, okay. I could actually cast that as a
It's a
level
band.
3.
Where is that going
The
from?
appropriate flavor.
Oh,
Like right on top of it, I got a red circle.
that's right there.
The
That's
only
right there. Okay. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
That's right.
This is
Good
what
thing
happens
Roland
when the
went
party
first, yeah.
actually succeeds in
three.
everything it's doing.
Okay, that definitely failed. So it is going to take 3d6 damage. 5, 10, 11 damage.
Alright, yeah, we see yet more flames pour into the pile as they turn blue, taking away the flesh of this undead creature.
Okay, and if it ends its turn within 5 feet of that, it takes that damage.
End turn. So I've got a beginning turn, you confirm that that's what that is,
I'll double check
and
that,
then
but, yeah.
end turn. Cool.
Alright, so she's not going to move. She's going to...
Oh, you did not roll initiatives for your zombies, you should have done that.
Oh, they
They have
right,
individual
they
initiatives.
have their own,
Yeah,
I
They have
thought-
individual
here.
initiatives.
Okay, watch
Oh, it is
this.
end turns on mine, but the first time it enters the
Okay.
the
You can click on
store,
both of them, put
end
them in,
turn.
and change their numbers thusly.
And I was wrong, it's end turn on mine.
What's up?
It's
Actually,
end
it'll
the
just
first
be-
time it enters the area.
It'll just be so much faster for me to
Okay, yeah, you can just do that.
I don't know why I keep bringing it up.
They are going to go here and here. Cool. All right. Yeah, they go on those turns. Do you have an order for them? Because this is when they would get the order.
Yeah. She's going to look over her shoulder and she's going to say, "Kill it."
Okay.
And they are going to rush forward.
On their turn, they absolutely will.
Oh,
Actually, one of them would go right after you here. The other one would stand there without an order because I don't think we established a passive order yet.
Oh,
So,
I'm totally gonna go with
but that one would go.
Zombies.
Anything else on your turn, or are we doing your zombie?
Zombie turn.
The first time it enters the area.
Okay, it is zombie turn.
Okay, he's going to move forward. He's going to attack.
Okay, does he have the movement? This one square is this square and this square are bad boys.
No, just
I
the
don't
ones
know.
behind it are.
Though no, I mean this is as bad boys as I mean. Sorry, difficult terrain for any square with foliage in it.
Don't zombies ignore difficult terrain?
Difficult terrain. Zombies do not ignore difficult terrain.
I mean, they're humanoid.
The one time you encountered creatures that ignored that were red tigers. So you gave them that order. They do have to follow it. So where are they going?
Unless
They can use both. They can use 2 actions to get there.
it totally runs up and sits on the horse behind me and slaps him.
The only thing is it can't. It has to end its turn canonically in a square.
It can end its
like
turn
not
here.
not end its turn. It's gotta if it's gonna stop
I
and take an action.
totally know. Yeah,
They
I'm
can't medium-sized creatures end in turn in the same square as a huge creature?
A huge creature, yes. So you could end your turn if you wanted in. What's the movement on it?
30 feet.
It could end its turn right here. So it can pass through you and end its turn right under Brolin.
That sounds good.
Okay, so you can put it there. Washa. Cool. I will put Brolin to the back since he's so big.
Yeah, good job, guys. You got this going. He's
Alright, he's got action.
Yeah, we got all that.
Oh yeah, that's ready to go.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
I
in
don't
roll
have
20?
I don't have an animated thing or
What's
a
that?
macro for it, so I will just.
Oh, for his attack.
Yeah.
I also have chips that are fair game ones.
That's a hit.
Ooh, that's sweet. Okay, and I'll just take the average. So.
On his
it'll-
damage,
Yep, it'll do 4 damage.
I believe you have to roll, sir.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
he's a player-controlled creature, so I think you have to roll.
Okay, that's totally fine too.
Roll the dice.
Take a chance.
I was just trying to save time.
Oh, there you go.
So
Yeah,
I will
man.
still do 4.
I know. All right, yeah, we see your servant, your undead fire newt, just like roll up, and it moves with the same agility and strength of its previous life. So just like moves up and immediately leaps onto this thing and starts just ripping into one of its legs.
Good work, Philip. Remember your training.
That is his full turn, correct?
Yes, yes, Philip's
It
done.
is Brolin's turn. You
Okay.
are currently.
Brolin is going to use his bonus action to heal himself. I'm going to
So
subtract.
Philip 1 and Philip 2.
One of your spell
I'm
slots.
going to use
Name them
my
Philip
level
and
3 spell
Boris.
slot, so I have 2 left.
That's canon.
And I will heal myself for 3d8
Okay.
Hold on.
HP. That's 9, and then I have 6, if you want to see.
Yeah, I see it. 9. And then you
And I
get
got one more.
One more.
Yes!
No,
Nine,
yeah.
so
17
17.
HP.
17 HP with your bonus
That's
action.
really, really great. So, yeah, you guys see like the vines wrap around Brolin to heal his
I'm
wounds.
surprised.
They wrap around his flesh
like
and begin to
rookie
cover
breath.
cover
Like
the
this big.
wounds. Absolutely.
Alright.
Anything to do with your action or
Yes,
movement?
Brolin is going to attack
Okay.
with Constrict again.
Okay.
Bent.
Three.
Oh, I have advantage because he's restrained.
You do.
But you were also restrained.
No, he's
No, he
down.
grappled.
Or did we
He
not?
did not grapple.
Nice.
That is a
Okay.
17
Oh,
plus
That's
5.
That's way
That's
better.
a hit. Let's see the damage.
Okay. Ooh, thank you. I love Constrictor Snake. He's so good.
Go for it.
I feel a little bad, but I end up just mocking
2d8 plus 5.
Your
Dude,
mother
you
was taking
suck! 13 plus 18 damage.
13 plus 18?
Or, no, 7 plus 6
Your
plus
mother
5.
was a
7 plus 6. So how much damage total?
So that's
You said 13 plus
13.
15.
Sorry, 13
One
plus
of my
5.
spells require
So
these
18 points
18
damage.
damage, yeah.
Nice. Alright, yeah. Ooh. Alright.
You suck so bad at your job, I bet you're an herbivore.
So yeah, Brolin just tightens, and you hear the bones crack.
Yeah, you hear him just crack from this creature as it probably lets out another one of these guys. As it lets out that horrible screech.
Oh my god.
All right, the zombie climbing on you, Brolin, is going to try and hurt you a little bit here.
Where's Morris?
What's your armor?
12. I didn't have time to cast Bark
Morris
Skin.
not gone yet?
No, Morris hasn't gone
Okay,
yet.
it just
Okay.
hits with a 12.
He is southerly.
I'm being punished for forgetting
So
they
you
didn't have
take 3
initiatives.
points of slashing damage as it just sort of rips into your flesh, just pouring something out, some of that blood out of you.
How many?
Okay.
3 damage?
Yep. Okay. On its turn, it's going to. What does it need to roll to?
It's got to beat a. It says 16 here.
Okay, it's going to use one of its multi attacks to break that. 17 to beat.
Yeah, does it have disadvantage to break?
No.
Okay.
Only on
It's a
next turn.
17 DC on him. Wow.
A 16. A 16.
Read the character.
Okay. Target creature. The target creature is grappled. Escape DC 16 until the
16.
grapple ends. Target is restrained.
It's going to use one of its actions to try and break. 16.
Yes.
It fails.
Oh,
Yes.
It is unable to rip away from
We
you.
get another advantage round.
All right. Just out as
I'll
it tries to
take
rip away and it
can't
can't get
move.
away, just automatic undead
Fire,
mine. It's
fire.
just going to rip into probably war.
Remember? Yeah, they have. Yeah,
Who hit it? Who hit it like the most so far? 32 is like I would say
It's
the
a
most.
lot.
Oh yeah, 32. Yeah.
32 is enough that it would focus target on you. It's gonna die in the fire though, probably. Here, we'll see.
Oh shit! I rolled the wrong bow last
There's a
time.
lot of fire damage.
All right.
Plus 6.
It's gonna go for a bite attack
still taking
on War.
Yeah, because it's
Disadvantage.
your fire
Disadvantage.
damage and then my fire
Yeah.
damage.
Ooh,
too, which
no
is a
hit.
lot.
We see
Yeah.
it. We see its maw crash into the ground,
that.
and as its snout smashes into the dirt and just drags along the way, it leaves behind another undead in its wake.
Shit, dude.
Where does it leave it is a real question.
Doesn't it get to attack again? Got 3 multi attacks.
He used one.
I'll roll
to try to break.
d4.
Remember?
One starting with north.
So did it hit anybody already?
Oh, sorry.
It used one of its actions to try to break,
Okay.
constrict,
It
and
would
then
be
it
in
attacked
the
at you.
soonest
Yeah,
spot,
that's
so it
best.
would drag out here. Because I was doing one d4 for either that spot, the 2 next to it, and the one just north of that.
Guys, we're doing as best as we possibly
Okay.
can.
wanted to
It's
see
going
the
real
fire.
well, yeah.
I rolled to see if he would.
Yeah.
He had a half and half chance.
We
to do it.
It's
can't
got
let-
0 speed. It's sitting in the fire.
We
yeah.
can't let this thing.
If it moves
I would like you to
real
roll fire damage and you to roll fire damage,
Yep.
as he has to end his turn in this space.
Oh god.
quick. Firewalls.
He does
Go.
get a dexterity save.
Oh, does he get? He gets a dex save from you.
From me, at least.
Does he get a dex save again from you?
I will double check that.
I think he
He's
might.
got disadvantage.
Yeah, I know.
He does, but I gotta let him.
Yeah,
Get him,
gotta let him make this roll because it could be halved.
It's a nice 6
They take the same damage when entering the wall for the first time. It doesn't say anything about the re-entering.
He's just still in it at the beginning. Where's the end of the end of the turn part?
We've got when you cast the spell, it deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature within the, and then it says a creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time or ends its turn there.
Oh, or ends its turn.
Oh, so the
So-
damage you roll
It takes the
carries
same
on?
damage. It takes the same damage then.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
It was
so
like
it was 25.
there's 25 damage.
So no save.
I don't think so.
No
So-
save.
Is that wall of fire?
Yeah, it's a level 4 spell.
Yeah, he'll make the save. Go for the save.
So
He's not
it's
making your-
pretty powerful.
Okay.
Save.
So, yeah, he's gonna take 14 damage from me.
14 and 25 from you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it just doesn't say. It just says it takes the same damage.
Our action economy is fucking this thing.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, we laid down some damage over time.
But what if
spells.
there's another one?
I mean, I'm not
That's what
gonna
those
lie.
roars were. It's calling for its brothers.
I'm not gonna lie. Having been in this situation before, having fucking Delager just one off one of my bosses, I was tempted to just be like, and then there's another one.
Don't hate
Sure.
Delager.
Right.
He's a good boy.
It summoned An ad.
Yeah, he'll be a good boy all the way into his grave.
My battle tracks aren't working. Let's
Good.
just see. Come on, bud. Give me one. Nope. Says nothing playing. Interesting. All my battle tracks are gone.
But when you would like something, the other thing I have in the bag.
You're awesome, dude. I'm holding out for that dip, though.
What are those?
Check mix.
That's bold checks, man.
So,
Disgusting.
I'm gonna reload my battle tracks at a break.
Excuse me?
But,
I'll pass.
Nice.
What?
Pass on that.
It's just carbs and sugar.
Fodder.
we hear it let out one more horrible, earth-shaking roar as it lets one of its legs buckle down from the flames. We see them lick up the side of its body, its undead flesh melting away, much like water in a stream. We can see the pieces of it just coming off of its face, the immense heat of your spells burning away, and we get one last ghastly look at this creature as it... And we can see in detail now in this moment that it is still at last the small pinpoints of light in its dark, gaping eyes. And it to the ground. And we see it, just a hunk of burning meat. All that stands before you now that the creature is no more
Oh, shit, dude.
is the two from its stomach. But something happens upon its death.
Of course it does. Corpse explosion.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Which is going to be funny because he's in a firewall.
It's true, but they're
This is
going
like
to
Diablo
they're going to
Corpse
spawn around
Explosion.
him. I can't really. I'll roll like a. It's got like a 20% chance
The
that
first
they'll
time
be
it
in.
enters, yeah.
Other
So,
20%
if they
chance.
touch
So
it-
we'll see.
Uh-huh. And the whole back for 10 feet is also fire damage.
Yeah.
You see most of the undead inside of its gullet as they're trying to like crawl their way out, burn away like roaches scattering. You see many of the undead in its belly destroyed by the fire, brittle, unable to, probably weren't even full formed yet, but one does manage to crawl out of its gullet. I'll roll for a 20% chance for it to be in the fire since there's a lot of spaces.
It's like 50% would be fire because the back 10 feet on the other side of the wall is all fire.
It has all the spaces on the back of it and all the spaces in front of it that it could go. So I'm going to be, I would say 20% would probably be around where it is. So this is for
It's a random drop
the
after that.
first number, which is a, yeah. Okay, it will not land there, but I'll do probably back or front. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's roll D10. 2. Okay, it's going to be right there. It's on the other side, so it might just walk through.
Well,
Alex is saying
It's taking
like,
damage, though,
this-
10 feet behind
This
that, right?
line is damage.
Oh, this line is damage.
yeah, like it's
Oh!
the firewalls have a damaged side and a non-damaged side.
It's 10 feet of fire?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's what he's trying to say, yeah.
There's like a 1%, yeah, there's like a no percent chance. What would I even roll for that then? To see
It entered the area.
what
it
would
takes
be.
his original damage
It
roll.
has one space it could land, though,
Yeah.
where it would be
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would be a
Okay.
like a 5% chance.
You gonna roll a check? Yeah.
So this has to be a 0. If it's not, then it's not. So yeah, he's in the fire. I'll just leave him where he is.
25.
So yeah, he come out. He enters for the first time, so he takes 25.
Yeah.
And 25 points of damage. Let's see if he actually goes down.
Undead fortitude, yeah.
I think he's going.
Fire damage doesn't
He's
matter.
gonna
Yeah.
sit back up. Yeah.
No,
killing
he
jerks.
actually can't possibly. DC 5 plus damage taken. He can't get 30. So
He's got DC
he would,
30.
it would all
And fire is one of the exceptions.
Yeah,
is one of what?
Fire is an exception
for the zombies.
for fortitude.
I can't.
Fire is an exception for undead fortitude.
Inception.
Exception.
Yeah. Is it?
It's that radiant, if I remember right.
You may remember wrong.
Okay.
Unfortunately. But it doesn't matter because it's too much damage for it to ever actually make that roll. Since auto crits only work on attacks, they don't work on anything else. So we would just see them all melt away from the flames. So it would be
And you
Since
said you weren't good. I'll take
No,
it.
just radiant, Alex.
I have one of these.
Yeah.
Oh, is it just?
Just radiant. Yeah. Unless the damage is
plant
radiant.
One. The plant undeads and fire ones.
Or
there
from a
are a
critical.
few meager undead left. It is Valfien's turn.
I'm gonna roll a con check to try to conceal my next strike with a bonus action.
The danger is quite low, but these creatures are attracted to you.
I'm not taking that chance. My con is
That literally went as best as physically possible.
You took some damage, I guess.
I did,
Nope,
but
I'm gonna attack anyway.
It's doable damage.
I'm gonna
that's 28 damage. If it
just sit
decided to
back on one
break
leg and kinda
from
aim
its
at the
restraints,
zombie that's still on
Oh, the
normal
tail
state
attack.
and try to try to
oh
pop it off.
god,
off the back
you
of
took
his
like
body.
30 damage.
I did
Oh, it was gonna crit me.
because of your restraint. I didn't.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Why couldn't we do this well with
And he's
Septus?
adjacent to
Yeah.
sneak attack, right?
Well, because he flies.
What's up? Yeah, you get sneak attack because you have this.
Flies and he has that recharge that fire breath like.
And this is all fire damage.
Yeah.
10 damage.
Yeah, he'd be immune. Septus was immune to fire damage.
That's like all my spells.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it plunks into its neck. See it rip the flesh tear from the other side. A couple bones snap.
Not a great way of doing the next one.
Still alive.
okay.
As
I'm
alive
going
as an
to,
undead creature can be.
Still moving.
Does that... do I have to bonus action hide again?
It's up to you. If you would
Well,
like to do
no, I'm saying like if because my other one doesn't carry over because I revealed myself. So
Doesn't he have flanking? Like we're all flanking.
We don't.
there's no
flanking.
flanking rules.
If we do flanking, I get flanking. You guys all voted that down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I get
That's
advantage
true.
on stealth because of my sweet
Yep.
cloak.
Excuse me, friend.
18.
Careful that
You're-
pot's hot.
Yep.
18 hide.
You are as concealed as you believe to be.
Sweet.
Very well.
And I am not moving, staying here.
Okay.
Very big too.
As my turn.
As you believe.
Zombie filled up.
No one is ever concealed. The beard sees all.
What beard?
Don't worry, AO still has the beard. Now I'm actually role-playing him and not living him. It is your zombie who still has the order to attack that
Disrespectful.
thing, so it's going to attack that undead. Or the corpse. It's going to try to move towards
He
the
misses.
corpse. He misses the corpse. He does. He can't quite reach it, I don't think, without going into the fire.
Wouldn't he
Well,
be stupid
it-
enough to jump into
to
the
go
fire?
into the fire?
It's just a line, and then everything past that line is back.
So he should be good there.
Yeah, there's stuff to hit.
Well, actually, there's two. Well, no, he can move through. Yeah, he can move through.
Yeah,
there.
there's plenty of.
He
there's plenty
would
of
take an
flesh
opportunity
hanging
attack from this zombie as he passes, though. Because he would have to pass by to get as close as possible.
Opportunity attack.
Oh wait,
around.
Morris is dead, probably.
Is it the line? You picked a line, right? That
Yeah.
line there, yeah.
But the first time they
Whoa,
enter.
which one did you move?
Was that the wrong
You
one?
moved Morris. Philip is by the snake.
Oh, you renamed him. Okay. Okay, yeah, Philip's good. He could just he misses. Just like the fire is just.
He's just doing the thriller.
Onlookers couldn't quite tell if he was trying to melee the corpse or worship the flame.
He is a fire dude.
Frisha.
He is. This is true.
Frisha, is your turn. The burning flames of your spell still
I am going
kindle.
to Dissonant Whispers, the one that's on Brolin.
Okay. It needs to make a wisdom.
Yep, I pegged it for 10. It should be pretty close, hopefully.
Yep, Wisdom, and
Yeah, it
I have
fails.
15. Okay. And it's going to take a...
Wait, aren't undead immune to psychic damage?
Who knows?
I'm going to take
See.
36 damage to it, and it'll have to run away.
How much damage?
I got 8,
8 points of damage.
and it has to run away from me.
Okay, it's got to run away from you as its reaction.
Yes, it's far away from me as it possibly
Okay.
can
You're
get.
only about 10 feet tall, so it's going to use 10 of its feet to get down, and it's going to.
All 10 feet that it has.
It's not going to fall 10 feet. 10 feet. It's going to move.
I mean, it has 10 feet.
Oh yeah, 10 feet to move down, and
Yeah,
then
10
it's
feet.
oh shut up. it's gonna move a couple feet away. You can take an opportunity attack on it, Rowan.
Oh, mine can too.
Yeah, Brolin will bite at it.
Reactions. Ooh.
Ooh, that's good.
So
That's a hit.
part of me that is hoping
Who's
through the
higher in
firewall.
initiative? It would be Brolin's strike, who happens
That makes
first.
me nervous.
So Are you rolling
Oh,
physical?
That makes
Yeah.
me so
Yeah.
nervous.
I'm gonna
just use
um,
my tray.
You want to
Okay,
bite it?
fair enough.
I'm gonna bite at it.
Sharp cornered D6s on a touch screen. No.
That is a 14.
It hits.
Okay, 2d6.
It's restrained, right? It wouldn't be a
No,
blow.
it's a bite.
Oh, it's just a regular bite.
1, 4, 5, 10 damage.
10 points of damage. Okay, let's going to check something. It dies. Yeah, you see it just crumble in your mouth, pretty much.
He'd
Doesn't
spit
even-
it.
doesn't even
He'd
get away.
swing it and throw it into the
What you need to
canopy.
do is grapple this one.
Your
and
zombie.
just go.
Just straight as well, and it's already dead. I'm just seeing that. Whatever it tries to kill is just.
It dabs. It dabs.
Grapple, cry. Place in firewall.
It dabs.
Dabs up.
War.
That's a good
There's
try,
one right
right?
next to you.
Was that
Still alive.
Or just
Clean up.
grapple, grab, walk over to the firewall, stick zombie in firewall.
You'd have to succeed on a shove, or else he'd drag. He'd go
just
through
dangle
first.
it.
Wait,
Over
can't
here.
you?
Stand
You
on
can.
Merlin's
You
head.
can push a zombie
and
with a
then
shield.
I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
I'll do this reckless.
Okay.
Oof, that didn't matter. 10.
Hits.
It's a zombie, bro.
Wow.
8 AC.
Okay.
It's just
Now you can see just the
You're
undead
good, man.
flesh of this zombie that Chult in it once probably was long ago.
11
It's
points of
torn.
damage. 3 are fire. Second attack. Natural 20.
Okay. Let's see the natural 20. How much damage?
Okay, so roll the dice to double it or roll them twice?
Roll the dice and roll the dice twice.
Okay, okay.
Just the dice.
Twice
so
dice.
that's
Gonna grade this
15,
zombie.
25, 26, 27, 30. 30
You
points of
just
damage.
We
vaporize
see
the zombie.
just vaporize the flames. Just the,
It's destiny. He turns into like sparks.
the undead Chultan wanderer.
On a side note, though, everything with intelligence within like a mile knows we're here.
Yes, I will get to that in a moment.
Friggin' yep.
T-Rex roars.
I will get that into
Oh,
one moment.
and
All of
the
them.
20-foot flame wall.
Is everybody here level 6 or is one person level 5 still?
I'm level 5
You
still.
still constitute as level 5 party then.
Bringing down our bottom line.
Yep.
I appreciate you.
I won't be after this experience, likely. I'm pretty close.
Our characters. 5. Zombies don't count, so we're good. And
Why couldn't we do this with Sundance?
party levels.
Fire
because flying is a bitch. That's
And-
why.
And fire resistance.
All right.
And it doesn't have a flame breath. Like,
Everybody take 800 XP.
So guess how much XP I needed to get level up?
How much?
796.
4 more.
You are 4
XP.
over level 6?
Yes.
You
That's
just
awesome.
got 4. Ding! You see a sparkle of light appear around you.
was it plus 800? Just flat.
800 flat.
Woohoo!
And
Yeah.
the little thing disappeared on my screen.
6,000 more
So I can level
XP to
myself up.
go.
And I'm not sure I wanted to be a
Do we
So-
get XP for completing objectives?
It depends on what the objective is and if it was challenging.
To a completely new one.
So
fly.
as the
fly.
as the creature slams into the ground and you dispatch the rest of its lunch that spewed forth from its mouth, the jungle does not quiet to the same pace it was before you saw this creature. You can hear echoing in the distance, though at a distance for sure. Probably you're not sure. Not directly close to you, but you can hear the hum of the hordes that surround that are in this area. You don't see any directly around, but you can just hear the constant drone, the static white noise. But it's a little bit it's higher. You can tell that they would be attracted
We
to
shouldn't
this
stay
site.
here.
Yeah.
I forgot to apply my rage damage that entire fight.
Oh god.
For that, like, 3 hits.
But he did some serious work.
It would have been extra 6, and then an extra 4 on that zombie.
Jeez.
Philip, you did a good job. Morris, you're lazy. Need you to pick it up next time.
Yeah, look at all those little blips that we haven't explored.
Oh, hey, my
Load.
computer just started going.
I heard it the
Mine
minute
too.
I changed
Mine
over
too,
to
yeah.
this is the heavy map. So I was going to mention it.
Mine did the same thing, yeah.
It's like, oh, not the Chult map, no!
Mine's doing it too.
Why is
Don't feel
our
bad.
red square in a different square than where we are? I mean, like,
Oh, I'm not sure.
is someone trying to move it?
That was where you were heading, I believe, correct? That was not where you were, that's where you were
like,
heading. That's why we
beeline for it.
removed it.
Oh, yeah, that's where we're making it today.
Today.
Yeah.
Alright. So what do you guys do? It's roleplay. You're in this moment.
We gotta get out of here.
Can I roll a perception check to see if anything's following us?
Yeah, what was your perception check, do you recall, at the beginning of this day? Do you remember that by any chance?
It'll be up there near the top.
And
That would be what applies here. If you don't remember, you can use your passive.
Yeah, 12, it looks
So
like.
it was 12.
Time to climb a tree,
12?
Bilbo.
Yeah, my passive is way better than that.
Okay.
But,
Nothing that you can see is following you, but the ever constant hum of the hordes is ever present.
Is the Tyrannosaurus Rex still on fire?
Is the spell still going? How long does it go
It
for?
lasts a minute, but we lit it on fire.
I mean, it was ignited.
It would
so-
still be on fire for a little bit longer
Is
here.
its mouth on fire?
Yeah, everything's
Okay.
burning.
So maybe it's. I mean, maybe it'll lead them to it. We
the
can look
smell is atrocious.
Oh yeah, no, I mean.
Burning rancid fat, why not?
Yeah, we could just see its giant hulking.
Smells
undead,
like home.
It's just going right to the bone.
Well, time to move.
Yep.
Fall in.
Let's keep moving.
Let's keep swimming.
Need to move to someplace that smells a little less Brolin.
Alright. So, you guys start cutting through past your morning, past the great beast that you had to fight. As you make your way through the afternoon, something becomes very present to all of you. The Horde heard you, and they hear you now. They are trailing you.
All right,
Forge more.
everybody, come here. I got this. And Brolin will cast Pass Without a Trace.
You want to try to cast Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah.
Are you guys in a stealth? I don't think you are. I believe we were speed.
We were doing
can.
speed.
You cannot
We're doing
use Pass
fast-paced,
Without a Trace. You are not stealthing.
We've done this before, Brolin. We can't do this while we're moving this quickly.
It is easy enough for you to know. Inevitably, some of this pack will catch up with you this afternoon.
We don't have time to stop and cast spells. We need to keep moving.
All right, let's go.
Every second we stop.
You move through at the fastest pace that you can, cutting through the jungle and avoiding the mist, sometimes taking some chances, moving through, covering your mouths to avoid any kind of poison ingestion in that moment. But your afternoon is impeded. You hear them, and you can prepare for this battle as you can hear the running footsteps, the ripping of the foliage, and you can spot some of their white, ghastly fleshed heads.
How far back?
We're going to start this, and I would like one of you to roll 1d100 when this fight begins. The amount of
Want me to do it?
space they are behind you before this next battle begins.
Or do you got it?
87.
They're going to be 87 feet away. So we'll set that up.
Good one.
I'll need just about 4 or 5 minutes to set this map up.
That's cool. That's cool. Get a drink.
You can see as
You can grab me some
I
sort of
and
drink.
my horse turn to face the horde horizontally, a powdered white wig appearing below my hood. As I pull it back, George Washington hair flowing in the
Okay,
wind,
you're being a
and
goof.
I shout out, "Don't fire till you see the whites of their eyes!"
Now this is seriously a moment where you guys can draw a battle line.
Valde's like
Yeah,
checking
I
our
already
arrows,
used my
just making
kill
sure.
large groups of people ability.
Oh, I'm gonna move you guys to a place where you can actually like set up what you want. So marching order, you guys can set up how you want to be.
Oh,
Because you have
Are they
time.
coming from the south?
They're coming from the south.
Okay.
And they're 87 feet back, you said?
They're going to be 87 feet back when I set up this map.
I am going to position myself.
So
I would like you guys to position yourself in this square, if only to help me. I know that you could be at a further distance.
Yeah, because you're just going to move it over, right?
It'll be a lot easier than me making that map gigantic and you being like, I'm 200 feet away. It's like, okay. You can be that on your turn.
120.
You can be as far back as you want from the rest of the party on your turn if you want, but only in that space.
So that's forward. I'm gonna want Philip and Morris.
I plan on causing as much chaos to the undead as I can as they approach us, but I've only got so much.
Yeah, because you used the fourth one slot earlier. Right?
Get some use out of this ring of spell storing today.
I do have two more make them stop things left. One of which doesn't work. One works on undead, so that's just fine.
I have a couple options. I could do spike growth or conjure animals.
I can always drop like an illusion smoke screen too. If we need to
Have the animals charge
Get
for
something
like.
really weird.
Oh, never mind.
Oh yeah, shit.
just
I
got
could
it,
have two giant. I could have giant toads.
I got a text message.
I have
Oh, I
giant
did get
toads.
email, didn't I?
You got some sort of pop-up on the top of my screen.
Should, yeah. I set it to do not disturb, but you know, I'm not responsible for anything you can see while you're on my personal device.
Again, guys, good job with the T-Rex.
That was pretty
That
good.
was
that
pretty
was set
bad.
up and executed.
That was exactly what I imagined when I wanted the giant constrictor snake.
Oh,
So
Oh, we could have.
I'll probably have to just mass hypnotic hold
Hypnotic
as
pattern.
big as
Depends on how many there are, though.
as big of a group as possible back. Well, you guys deal with the other part of the group.
Yeah, I mean it's a piece of the horde, so I mean we're looking at a good chunk of shit.
Well, it's just a 30-foot cube.
How many more rages do you have left?
It doesn't matter how many things are in that 30-foot
Oh, okay,
cube.
so you're still okay for
Oh yeah.
a little bit.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, the 30 cube thing is just going to take out a 30-foot cube of them.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
them go away for a little bit while we deal with the rest.
How many
know-
rounds?
A minute.
Oh, it's 10 rounds. Yeah.
You know, I'm
that's
willing-
Plenty of time to... Does it cancel if they take damage?
Yes.
So it's a charm. Yeah, it's like a charm.
I'm
But
thinking.
they have disadvantage on it because it is a charm. And I give disadvantages on charms that I cast.
Dice.
Oh, nice.
I'm thinking I won't turn into an
What?
animal.
What? It's the Lord of the Dice. Just heads up. Apparently my garbage disposal is doing the thing where it won't let water through again.
Uh-oh.
This happens often.
Uh-oh.
So,
Not
Use
that
the other side of the sink?
I don't know if it helps. 'Cause I
Oh.
think it runs out that other side, I'm not sure.
Huh. Is the internet
Use
up?
Yeah, use this side.
Okay.
Cool. Have you cycled the garbage disposal a few times? Sometimes I'll fix it. Oh.
Ah, shit.
That's
the
awesome.
lights dim
Internet's
and
bad.
everything. It doesn't do anything.
That is a short.
Oh.
I was not here last since he
Oh,
was on recording.
yeah.
Alright, we are recording again.
Cool.
I've got one of my zombies is floating on my screen
Loading. I see them both.
to the south and west.
Let me see.
So
He's not
slowly,
actually there.
free
Oh,
shot
okay.
things
Do a quick
just keep
refresh or
appearing
something.
on this screen.
It looks
Like
good.
they're just there. They're not there, but I always start on them instead of on us.
Did everyone disconnect from the Wi-Fi on their phones?
I mean,
Shouldn't
Yeah,
matter.
I would do it.
Why?
I mean, things are laggy.
No,
I ran a
that's
speed test.
Bluetooth.
That's Bluetooth. I ran a
That's
speed
just-
test. It's still like 200 megabits. You're
Yeah,
good.
we're good.
Okay.
All right.
You're good Wi-Fi
Can
wise,
you
my man.
ping us center?
So,
I'll ping you where you are.
Thank you.
do we want to invert our formation?
So the thing is, if I put you anywhere else on this map and the other guys anywhere else on this map, you are in difficult terrain because I can't change this map.
I just meant like, can we move our guys so that our front line is facing the horde? Because you said we had time to prep.
Oh,
For their arrival?
yeah. Is this,
I mean, I moved it around on the pre-map.
this
yeah.
was what I pulled because they're coming from the south.
Oh, I think he wasn't here in Dustin might not have been paying
Move your guys selves around
Yeah,
in a
let's-
small.
I think we just said
They're coming around south?
They're coming
yeah.
south.
Yeah, if you zoom out a little bit, they're down there.
Pay attention to what?
When we had the map up to flip to move us around, so you're like you here.
Oh, I couldn't load. Like
I see you now. Okay.
Morris?
I'm getting a lot of lag in this boy.
Do you want to move it closer?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, why don't you bring it closer in range?
Up or the upper right corner.
Might be a little better for you.
Drag yourself down.
Oh shit.
Bluetooth is very short range.
Yeah, if everybody is in position that they want
oh
to be.
Jesus.
Yeah, I am looking like that. It's pretty good.
I don't suppose you got another flaming wall.
Can anyone else see the Frisia halfway to the zombies? Or is that just me?
If you
That's
see
you.
extra characters,
Give it a. You might want to refresh. Because you're like standing
Oh,
straight up from war. You're fine.
Yes, I can see that one too.
Oh, really? You get
Alright,
multiple.
fucking chill out, Aragorn. Stick with the group. Okay? This isn't the end of fucking Return of the King here.
I'm rolling for initiative.
Yeah,
Shit,
it's
you.
an initiative
roll for
zone,
initiative.
Ooh,
Ooh.
natural 19.
I can't believe Phil got a 0. I forgot their
Damn
dex
it.
is.
Oh, why do
Oh,
I?
you need to roll for Fiera too.
Okay, why am I forever slow?
My digital roll wasn't.
I got
wasn't
a
any
fucking
better.
19.
I got a
Put your roll in and
19.
change it.
I got a 19. That's so good. I'm jealous. I wish I got a 19.
Oh, hey.
Fiera
It
gets
gave me
a.
the 19
a number, but that's
so I
fine.
don't have to change it.
Good for you.
What? I got a 9. No,
You
that's
rolled a
free.
six.
Change your
Then
number.
digitally got a 5.
My zombie, my lazy zombie is faster than me.
Oh yeah, one of your zombies will be just chilling. Philip will get your order though.
No, I would say we have time to prep.
Yeah, did you want to give them an
I
order?
could totally give them an order ahead of time.
Is that just fight?
No, it's
Might
not
just wanna
going to
move
be
it closer.
It's
Might
not
be
going to be
It is.
defend
It's
you.
like right next to
defend
Oh,
me.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay, defend you in particular.
Yes, defend me.
It's the Bluetooth radio on the laptop could be so.
Okay. All right. So if this is everybody correct,
Replace this Wi-Fi card. Not that
Philip,
one.
Morris, shield formation.
What is
The
that?
worst part is there's also like a Wi-Fi
Protect me.
thing right there. That
Oh,
Does
yeah.
somebody else want to connect and do the music?
So you're getting.
interference.
Is someone else got a better Bluetooth thing? Someone else can connect and do the
You want me to
music.
put it on like my phone?
No, if you connect to any of your roll 20s and turn your music on.
Oh, sure. Let me do that.
Yeah, let me just
You have
disconnect.
a
from
newer Bluetooth on that one. It's probably 4.
it. Let me disconnect.
No passcode to your. Boy. It's not Echo Spot, right? It's the other one. Pathfinder. Yeah.
Then you can connect to the Bluetooth speaker.
Yep, and it's back.
Okay, hold on. Let me adjust my volume.
I've disconnected from it.
Is that a 17 inch?
This guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's back when they made him huge.
Yeah.
He got refurbished, so.
Not too many.
How we doing with that?
There's a lot. Well, a fireball.
Start at half.
Let's go.
It's my time to shine.
Start up your music again, Ed.
Oh, it's going. There's music now playing.
Audio output source none. Thanks, roll 20. I'm gonna refresh.
Roll the 2.
Corrupted that guy forever now.
just toss him out the window.
Refreshing real quick.
Hopefully it doesn't.
I don't think it liked the audio output after I switched it.
So every time we roll in that one, we have to take a shot.
5% of the rolls.
Oh my god.
You know, I think I'm gonna be selfish.
You hear what roll 20 is doing to my laptop?
Before this fight starts, do I have enough time to cast a spell? To prep before the fight.
Oh, there we go. I would give anybody like a single thing to do. That's self. Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna cast fly on myself.
Okay. You have a concentration fly. Mark
Yeah.
your character with like an orange circle for me if you have the ability to do that. If you don't, I'll.
As soon as we actually sleep
Got
for
it.
the night, I can fly on my own.
Okay.
Not like permanent fly.
Is there any other things you guys wanted to do? One instant prepare. This horde is right behind you guys. It is
Yep.
coming right
Igniting
into
the
you.
axe is all if it wasn't already.
I'm going to cast that.
Fingers crossed
Like
I don't know
gross.
how to use javelins.
A little bit lower on the music if possible.
Oh, you want down?
Yeah. Because it'll catch and overpower us. Okay. Make sure you put a concentration mark on your character, an orange
Okay.
dot.
That
You are
good? Needs to go
concentrating
down
as
more?
well. It's good. Okay. Anybody else have something they wanted? Single thing? Were you raging?
Not yet.
Not yet. Anything from Freesia?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Are we like taking actions?
This is just like quick to do one thing to prepare. If you wanted to hide, for instance, you just
Put
want-
up.
Put up.
Advantage on stealth check real quick.
Yeah, if you wanted to be hidden,
17.
17. Okay, you also need to be in a place that would allow you to be hidden.
Yeah, so I can
start
start
with
Play an
move.
inspirational ballad to everyone.
run over the foliage.
Freesia, you are first on initiative. You can see them ripping just through this horde, ripping through the foliage, making their way towards you, cutting through the blue smoke, and they are just ravenous. And as you see them pouring forward, the 4 or 5 couple that are ripping through, you can just hear the they're just running towards you. You can see standing, just walking menacingly as the rest go. The one single blue triangled one in the middle of the pack. You can see the single light as it just walks forward, sort of in the center of them as the rest of the pack moves.
Or do we want to focus that one?
The boss boy.
So what would Freesia like to do?
Freesia will cast Wind Wall on this line.
Cool. You have the range to cast from there.
I should. I'm gonna double check that though.
You are 85 feet away.
I am 85 feet away. Yes, then I done.
And that's a one-time thing, or does that stay in place?
It stays in place, but it only does damage the first time it hit.
Okay, but it's worth knowing.
It's not as damn more than one turn. It's just
Some wind.
some wind. And it's 3d8, and it's a
They need to make saves.
yeah. They'll need to make a dex save. Strength save.
Strength save. Okay.
Oh, your TV also. Does
And 14
Bluetooth
damage.
audio.
Cool. Just gonna
Samsung,
switch
right?
the music up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, I've got like a Bluetooth device in here. You can pair it up.
That's probably not mine.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down a
And
little
that's
bit.
not a smart TV. This is old.
Better.
I'm excited, but I'm terrified.
Is that just getting 3 of them?
It is getting 3 of them,
I'm
including the big
I'm
guy.
very worried for you.
That includes the big guy.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of zombies.
Just
What's the
rage
DC?
first?
15.
Okay. All right. The wind batters against the first two, but as the wind hits the one in the back, the with the blue triangle, you can see as it just turns over to look at it, there is some sort of like blue, almost shield-like as your magic curls across it. We can sort of see as the wind hits, it turns blue and starts to just pierce across it as it just.
So he takes half damage.
He takes
then.
half. So how much is it?
14.
This is magical damage, correct?
Yeah. It's force.
Does it move them or anything?
No, but gaseous things can't go through it, and
Yeah.
either can
Small
flying things.
You
it can
see,
shoot arrows
you
through
see
it.
some of the blue mist cut
It's gonna go
across.
away by next turn.
Can I not move the square that I just made?
My entire kit.
No.
I can't
And
make.
it's,
Okay.
it's just in a straight line at us at the
You
moment.
can see a few of them.
It'll be
The,
fine.
I got some
so
anyway,
you usually can if you click directly on the line, but you have to click
I'm
directly on
using
the
this as a
line,
one-time
or you have
spell.
to
It's
drag
just
select it all and
plus-
then use your arrow keys to move it.
Okay.
So it works. So
Don't
yeah,
worry,
we
I trust it.
we see this wind cut across. We see it batter the first two. As it hits the one in the back, it seems to resist with the blue, the magic of the blue triangle. I keep touching that every time I pick it up. And
Keep
yes,
touching what?
I keep touching my volume, like, because I want
need
to
it down?
spam it. No, I'm just weird about like up and down. I
Okay.
want it like up one click right now.
Oh, there we go. So this little green box that I've created is a spike growth. It is a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range.
Okay,
The ground is covered in 20-foot centered on a
20
point.
foot radius.
Yeah.
That's only a 20-foot
Yep.
diameter.
That would mean that's diameter. So 4 of those boxes would be it.
Yeah, but it's 20 foot.
20 foot is 8 by
Radius,
8.
you'll have 40 across.
Yeah, you'll have 40 across.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, if it's a 20 foot diameter, it's 10. 10
Thank you
plus
for
10.
making your own square. Though I appreciate that. It'd be here.
Just I'm stupid. Trying to make my
Can someone
box.
do a 40 down? And
Yeah.
just hold shift.
Yeah, do that real quick. 40.
That was
Yep. So it would be this.
I was just gonna make a square.
yeah.
Okay.
So just start at the here and go down to the purple
Okay.
arrow.
Yep, I got it marked out for it.
Thank you, friend.
40 and 40.
There.
Okay.
Sick.
It would be a little bit bigger than that. I'll adjust it for you. Don't worry about it.
Look at all you guys rolling 20s on initiative. God.
That's
Yeah,
only
right.
19.
It's 19s. 2 19s.
I keep rolling low initiative wise.
So,
I think I'd move it like right here.
yeah, where do you want it?
Right there.
Right there. Cool. And that is, what does that do per se?
When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. The transformations of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creatures that can see the
Why would
area.
you put it in chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So that area immediately erupts with all kinds of like that. You see the jungle foliage beginning to just grow in the area. Huge vines twist around as the wind curls across. Your magic spells just being loosed upon this pack of the
That
orb.
is concentration too.
Oh, is that concentration?
Yeah.
So you have your concentration. Cool. Just
Yep.
confirming.
Up to 10 minutes.
That is. So what would you like to do? Since that was a prep thing, it is your turn. So.
Get my shield, get my hammer out, or get my
Alright.
club out. No, yeah, I do. I might shillelagh things. I'm holding my beast form. No, we don't know what else is gonna be out here today.
What? I can barely hear you from up here.
You're not taking any actions. You're not gonna hold an action. By the way, that takes concentration if it's a spell.
Yeah.
If it's a spell,
What, you didn't
or actually, I
fly
think
on
it's
your horse?
overall. It takes your concentration.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't want to risk my horse being able to fly because that thing gets poofed and I'm dropping.
I know.
War's turn.
But it would be cool to see a shadowy
You ready,
Pegasus.
War?
He's gonna take a few steps forward here. Into the difficult terrain there, and then
mock them all to death.
Actually, I'm going to do one more forward. And then I am going to, something getting within range of me, attack it as a trigger for held action.
Okay, so you're only in your action. You're are you concentrating unless it's a spell? I don't think you're concentrating. If it's just a regular attack, you're doing normal. Can this go down just one tick? Thank you. Sorry, I'll be. That'll be good. I won't bother you anymore. It is
Sure you won't.
Morrisville turn, so it is Morris, the zombie.
he's holding.
He's just his last order was to defend you.
I got my club.
Can you turn it down real quick?
Here, you get your axe.
So it is the ghouls' turns as we see this horde begin to make its way forward, looking like it's about to run its way into Brolin's spell. We see, and this is thematic, and this is all thematic. It's not using an action or anything. I just think it would be fun, just so no one's like, "What did he just do?" We see the one with the triangle look forward. His eyes blue. He just puts out a hand, and like you see all the eyes of the packs turn blue, and they avoid the area.
Isn't the area hidden?
It's hidden? Is it?
They have to make a perception
any
check.
creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom
At the
perception
time
check.
the spell is cast, they can't see.
They can see it though.
I prepared. We had a few minutes to prepare before.
You did not have a few minutes. This was in like the 6-second moment before you prepared.
I mean, you cast it in the combat round. It would have had. You
He,
would have had to
he
cast
didn't
it
cast it in the
before,
combat round. His turn came up and he just he was in the middle, put it down. That was his prep spell, like how yours was to prep.
Oh,
fly.
so they need to roll perception to see it then.
Do they need it? Let me.
It says any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a perception check against your spell save DC.
What's your spell save DC? It's probably going to be there.
14.
14. No, it wouldn't see it then because of passive perceptions in the moment. So they would fly through. So that doesn't happen. All right. So it is this first ghoul is going to run through there for sure. What is how much damage?
2d4 for piercing for each 5 feet
man.
traversed.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay. Go ahead and
Just
roll.
kind of shreds them into
2d4 right now.
on the way up.
2, 4.
4. Okay. What's great is he has undead fortitude, and this only deals so much damage. Chances are he makes it to the other side of this thing.
He goes down, gets
But
up,
undead
goes down,
fortitude
gets
is
up,
not
goes.
great
He does
for,
like the bunny hop all the way across.
Okay.
He
So
like
that
skips
was
over.
15. So that was 10. Oh, that was 10, 20. And we'll
gets
go one more
lucky
time.
by
Roll
one
again.
time he gets through.
5.
5. Actually, these don't have undead fortitude.
Oh,
So yeah, we would immediately see as it runs through, just tumble to the ground. Now at that point that thing dies, I think that constitutes his vision, right? Like we see it be ripped apart
it
by this
doesn't
spell.
say just against the DC to recognize terrain as
We
hazardous before.
we see it ripped
entering.
apart by this spell. Like it obviously gets killed.
Well, that's DM ruling.
Yeah, it would be in that moment that I think they would be
just
directed.
Anyways, because it means they have to go around.
Yeah, they still have to go around. You've
Now
blocked the
Alexandria
area.
can just go.
Yeah. As we see this one try to make its way through and it's ripped apart by the spell, we would see that moment where it curls out its hand, all their eyes light blue, and it shifts the horde to the side. So it will. This one will go 30. 60.
Well, again, estimate.
But do they know the
hit
full
points now.
radius of the spell?
So Fireball will
Doesn't matter,
disintegrate
he's
them.
putting them around
It's
it.
the amount of hit points they have.
I can mechanically see it on the thing. If I put down that spell for you guys, you would go around it. You're dealing with an intelligent boss. The ghasts aren't, but you're dealing with an intelligent boss creature you fought before.
You got it, buddy.
Oh no, I'm just. He was asking if the
Yeah.
thing worked.
Yeah, I was.
I mean, you're good. It makes 100% sense.
No, it does. I was just curious.
I'll fucking kill each of you.
Oh.
You're dead. All right, they're all running forward.
Everybody but me. 'cause I'm flying.
Yeah, you're the best. I love you. cool.
I still have flying reserve.
Did you use the fly spell? Yeah, so 3 of us have fly. And one of us can hide. And one of us can pass without a trace.
The most likely for us to die is the flying people, though, as we fly into the air and suddenly a dragon swoops by and just eats one of us.
Tinder's been watching the whole time.
my god.
Stupid undead, you can't get me, I'm here. Oh, Tinder, no.
So that was...
It was the dwarf, not me.
All gone.
15.
Just skimming you off the top of the canopy.
Like a fucking bird eating mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, that goes just...
I'm imagining it as a, completely, comedic one, though. Where
The
it's
horde
I'm
pushes
flying away!
forward. Valfing, it's your turn. You can see as they curve into an area to try to get out towards you. Almost
Alright,
funneled in.
can I see fuckface over here?
He has cover.
How much?
It'd be a hard shot.
You have inspiration. Do it.
And I rolled a 17 on stealth.
Yes.
4. I'm gonna...
You feel very well hidden.
I'm gonna bonus action concentration check.
Okay.
Fuck. I'm gonna attack.
Okay. To not be seen.
Ooh.
What are you attacking?
The main boy.
Oh, the guy all the way in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, so that... you
17
would have,
plus 6
You would have a good cover. 17 plus 6.
is 23.
23 does hit.
23 hits.
All the way from back there. You...
Yeah. Do I get sneak attack?
No, or yeah, you came from hidden. Yeah, you do.
Shit.
You would have had advantage on the roll, too.
That's always fucking... Oh, fish for crit. Nope. 8, 10, 15. 15 damage.
15 points of damage.
And that reveals me because I didn't succeed my...
All right, you just pierce into this creature, and you see just look down and focus. They look all like they're all looking right at you.
Look where I'm standing.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm going to use a little bit of movement. You said this is all difficult here?
Anything with Brolin's area and anything within the anything with foliage is difficult. So it's 10 feet of movement for every 5.
Chilling right here.
Yeah, actually, Brolin's spell's done a really good job of being the filter. To like.
Oh,
they
I'm
can
gonna
only
cast it again on top of them.
Oh, you could. Yeah. You could cast a second time. Cancel concentration. Absolutely.
Remove the first one, though.
Yeah, I just move it. Yeah, that'd be really bad if I couldn't cast it again.
And that is end of my turn. Just kind of in the grass.
Okay.
Wait for everything.
Very good. Very cool.
I guess I'd be
You
drawing
bonus
with that right
action
hand.
for a new stealth.
I already used it to concentration check
Okay.
for that shot, and I failed it. I mean, give me a free action. Let's see here. I mean, I have pretty awesome cover, so.
Handedness with the bow goes by your dominant eye. It's supposed to anyway.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Doesn't matter with what handedness.
So what are you holding? Dominant hand holds the bow? And you
Uh,
draw with the
I
opposite, or do you
on
draw
hand
with your
holds the
strong
bow.
hand?
You're
I would assume you draw with your strong hand.
You lose sight of the guest.
doesn't matter.
Fucker.
You draw. You use whatever hand your dominant eye is to hold the bow.
Oh shit.
I see him,
Don't
Ed.
think that's true.
I see
'Cause
that.
I'm
Oh,
left
no,
eye
he's gone.
dominant. I'm shooting wrong right-handed, so it's supposed to be the same.
Yeah. So if you're left eye dominant, you should hold the bow with your left hand.
Okay. Okay.
Or sorry,
I
with
think
your right
it's the
hand.
other
Sorry,
way,
the
yeah.
opposite way. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's the opposite.
Alexandria, it's your
So
turn.
left, because you're looking over the...
Left eye
You want
dominant.
whatever hand is holding.
I would like to
the
fire
arrow back
Indeed.
because you're
Fireball.
pulling.
How big is the
into your
fireball
eye.
spur? Same as
Yeah.
this?
You're pulling
It's
it.
a 20-foot radius.
So
Oh,
it's the same as this.
Jesus.
Nice.
It's I've been measuring it out, so I'm gonna
Let
hit.
me just mark it for here because I can actually get it, so I know which ones. Command C.
It's the 3 in front and then the 1 straight south. Are the ones
Make
I
it
can hit.
red.
This
Or purple.
There.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, I can't hit any more than just that.
Yeah,
group
you
of
could get
4.
this one in the back or the one in the front.
The one's closest to us.
The one's closest to you. Perfect.
That's fair.
Go
I
ahead
like
and
that.
let's do damage for these boys.
Music isn't skip yet. That's nice.
Yeah,
3
your
zombie
connections are
slaps.
better.
One of them is orange.
May I borrow 2 of your d6s?
Grab them right here.
What's the
D6
DC?
here. D6 here.
DC.
My DC
16?
is, I think it's 16.
I think most of you guys
I
have
guess I
16
don't
DC.
need-
S-
One
it
other
says my
thing.
spell save is
The
14.
guy in back has an intelligence.
Oh, that might. What is your spell? What is your spell? What is your
That
int?
is true.
What's your intelligence? I can tell you.
And I've also pegged him for 10 damage.
For, he has an
3.
intelligence of at least
So
4.
3, and then
So
plus
he gets
4,
proficiency,
5,
which
6.
is
It should
3.
be 16.
He may find my jokes very
And it should be
funny.
yeah, it should be 16.
Potentially.
Well,
Maybe.
Unless it's 8, is spell DC?
I know.
Oh,
I know.
plus-
Monk.
it is-
Monk DC is 8 plus your
It's
Yeah,
8
it should
plus
be
your-
8 plus 3 plus 3, so it's 14.
Okay, shit, so still 14.
8 plus 3 plus proficiency. Well, there it is, right there.
3.
Spell save
14.
DC.
We just thought it was supposed to be higher, but no. It's,
Oh.
I forgot to add the buffalo to the chicken.
so one
Hey, that's
save
cool. Doesn't take that long. So.
from the one in the front. Oh, I'll wait till you do damage and apply it as we go.
Both
This
of
would have
those
been
are
the
fighters that will-
close.
There you go, buddy.
It has a lot of pranks.
There you go, buddy.
Alright, let's
do that damage.
Yeah.
Money shot.
Oh,
I'm seeing a lot
Oh,
of
that
big
looks
dice.
good.
I'm seeing a lot of big dice. Alright, 5, 10, 15, 16, 20, 24, 27,
okay, that one's dead.
30 damage.
30 damage. Okay, so that one. Yeah, one is dead. Let's see what I do here. Okay, that one is a
I
plus.
think they all die if they have 10 HP.
Have had the cadabra.
The red one back. The one who ran into your area had already taken 14 damage.
He did?
Yep, from me.
Oh, okay.
So big guy turned invisible. That's annoying.
How much was it total?
Yeah, he's,
30.
You can't see him now.
One does manage to survive the blast. So yeah, we see the plume of purple flame as it completely consumes this part of the jungle, leaving parts of the foliage charred and completely melting away three of these figures that were there once. In an instant after the blast goes off, the wave of heat, the creatures are just strewn across the jungle floor, completely the body parts severed in different places,
Doing work.
obliterated. One seems to have survived the outer rim of the blast and has some flame still attached to it.
Day going on here.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Thank you
Turn.
again,
We
Jake.
watch as the shreds of their life energy, I just rip them up and absorb them.
That's right. You get 3 of them, right?
Oh, do you? How much?
he did killing blow, right?
How much? Temp?
I get 3 temporary HP.
One for each kill.
No, it's spell level.
Oh, okay. So you get 3 temporary.
It doesn't matter that I killed multiple, just I killed only a thing, I get 3.
You still have your action. Or sorry, you still have your bonus
Oh,
action.
well, I would like to fireball again.
You still have your bonus action. And the movement.
Yeah.
I'm going to
You
I'm
can.
gonna chill, but I'm going to I can use my I'm good. I'm good, and then I'm gonna have Fiera move.
Okay. No. Keeping the same orders for your guys.
Yeah.
Okay. They're defending
Oh.
you.
This is the question. Are any of the guys that got hit by the fireball one of the ones that was in my wind wall?
Yes.
Oh,
What is? You're having Fiera do something?
Yep, she's moved. So
Okay.
I'm good.
She's how far up in the air?
I would say she's where I am, so we're gonna say 20 feet up. And
You are not 20 feet up. You are about
Yeah,
6
well,
feet,
as
7,
is.
8
I'm
feet off the
flying.
ground.
I'm flying. I can fly.
Oh, you're
20 feet.
flying.
Yeah.
Oh, I
also,
forgot. You're
I
flying.
really
How
actually
far
like
up are
the-
you?
the-
20?
the
Yeah, 20
flavor
feet.
Of,
Okay, I
Diamond.
forgot you're not on your horse. Is your horse in this battle?
I mean, technically.
I've learned to like
I didn't
the
unsummon
different
him.
spicy
Oh, okay.
things
Yeah.
flavors
So he's just chilling.
because I my wife likes
he will be
spicier
just
things.
not doing anything until attack.
He will defend himself.
He will run if he gets attacked. That's probably what's going to happen.
Philip is just holding the line.
Yeah, they're holding the line.
He will hold an action and attack anything that approaches him. So
Your last action for him was to defend you specifically. So until you are assaulted, they are doing.
Listen, if
nothing.
they pass into my comfort bubble, they attack. My comfort bubble is 40 feet.
They have to defend you, and right now you are well defended by being in the air.
Assaulting my comfort bubble is like attacking
They
my
are
person.
very simple creatures.
They will know the comfort bubble. I will train it into that.
you can try. Right now they are defending you, so if you are hurt by anything, they will hurt that thing that hurt you.
Okay.
It is Fiera's turn. Oh, that was
already
you
moved.
having her.
We're already through all my things.
Okay, yep. Philip already. He's continuing to defend you. He's doing a good job. Just kind of.
I'm training them.
It's the best of your ability.
It's
You
happening.
slowly realize he's a necromancer. The limitations. Frisha, it's your turn.
I
Frisha, go,
guess
Frisha, go. Go, Frisha, go, Frisha, go.
Risha will.
You guys rolled a good distance for this fight.
Yeah, we did 87.
Could you imagine we rolled 10 feet?
They would be right on you.
Yep.
I guess I will use Shatter.
Nice. You got
Oh,
range?
yeah.
Do you have range?
We'll check the range in that.
Wait,
Because
no, I don't have
100
a
feet
vision
is the
yet.
closest one to you.
They're still that far out.
Yeah, they are far away.
I did kill the closest one. Sorry.
Then I will hold an action for when they get within enough feet of me.
Holding a shatter.
Holding a shatter for I'll use spell
You spend a spell slot, put a concentration orange marker on your character, so that we know you're concentrating.
Okay.
Because you're holding that spell.
The spell hold a concentration.
Yes, if you hold as a reaction, if you're using a spell as a reaction, it takes your concentration.
Okay.
Only spells do that. Brolin, Frisha, you good? Did you want to move?
Oh no, I'm gonna stay right there, and it's like release is if there's two within range. Like
Okay.
two that I can hit at the same time.
Yeah. Giving me a general thing for that, I usually allow. You
Yeah.
don't have to be too specific. If you're just like, I'm going to attack the next thing
Yeah.
that gets close, I'll let you do that when
Alright.
you're ready.
Once he hits the tripwire.
I know you're using it to attack. There's only one thing you can really do with that spell.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
use
there's
it.
lots of things I can do with
You
that
can
spell.
do with it, but you have it held, and I'll let you use it in the moment.
Perhaps a bit of an
Brolin,
entryway
what would
where
you like
there
to
was
do?
not one
All
before.
right, yeah. Brolin will repeat the words that I said. It would be a real shame if I could moved it.
Yeah, 150 feet. You want to put it on these three?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay.
You might be able to catch a little invisible bastard. Too.
And I almost imagine Brolin moves his hand to the where the
Yeah, we
undead are,
see-
and
we
the
see it
Yeah,
swirl
like
through
balls,
and
yeah.
surround them.
Oh yeah.
That's that good shit. I mean, poop. It's that good poop.
TOS, man. TOS.
no cast that spell is cast. Brolin just doesn't get to be a mage at all ever.
Anything else you'd like to do? So you are concentrating still
Yep,
on
yep.
the spell. You spent that second spell, that spell
Yep.
slot.
Yep. I
Cool.
got 1 levels of 2.
And you're good
spells.
staying where you are.
Yep.
War, it's your turn.
Do a summoner druid for the next one. Summon all of the things.
You're good, man.
It's like it's battle time. Here are my 14
Take your time.
creatures
Don't
I
worry
just
yourself.
summoned.
Squirrels. There's a lot of dead things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not doing great.
Okay, and now those are under.
And they're now even more dead.
Extra dead.
That has such a high range too, 150 feet.
Good spell.
Take another 2
You got
steps
one more second
forward,
level slot. Cool.
and then do
I
the
don't think I'm able to cast it as a higher level
same
spell.
thing. I am holding my action until something gets within range, and
Gotcha.
then I will attack it.
Oh, the
Got
wind
it.
wall is gone, by the way.
Oh, the wind wall is gone. Cool. I will just remove that. Morris will continue to just defend his queen.
Good work, Morris.
All right, Ghoul's turns.
Lazy.
Stay alive.
So this one is going to
Lazy
go
shit.
and roll 2d4 as it leaves the area.
Hey, he rolled really well in his initiative this time. He was ready.
Ooh, 4.
I chastised him this
4
morning.
points of damage, nice. Okay, this one's going to leave the area as well. Go ahead and roll damage.
Five damage.
Ooh, nice. And this one is also going to leave the area as well. Roll damage. They're just expending 5 feet, and then I'll move them appropriately. I just want to get this damage out of the way.
5.
Nice. Cool. Alright, yeah, they all rip away. You can see the eyes flash blue again, a command to leave this zone. And then, so 5, they're going to move as far as they can, so that's 1 movement. And that's another
We're messing
movement.
up, isn't it? Like,
This.
Just trying to scatter him, yeah, so I don't lose him.
And then it'll go. He just needs to go 10 more.
here they come. War, you ready?
It'd be a real shame if I could do that again.
It'd be a real... Yeah, it would be terrible, wouldn't it?
It's almost like it's following you.
Aren't you burning second level spell slots for that?
I have one more. I have
No.
I have 2 level 3s and 4 level 1s. I'm sitting.
Alright, they are moving forward. You see 2 coming from the west and 2 from the south.
We don't see the leader still.
Connection to the server has been
Still.
interrupted.
It's not actually there. It'll disappear. Go here. I'll make it so it's not so. Wait for this to load. Once this loads, something happening? Nothing? You're completely disconnected?
What? Come on, roll 20.
Refresh.
Refresh.
Alright, everybody's back on the battle screen?
Yeah.
Battle screen.
Valfine.
I react and cast my shatter on those 2.
Oh, these 2 here, you got range. Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll the, yeah, we'll do that just before Valfine.
Yes, please. Actually, where is Frisha?
They have to make a
18.
save. 18, what kind of save?
And it is a
Dex?
con.
Con? What's your DC? Should be 14,
15.
right? 15. Where'd you get the
I think
extra?
it's 15.
Oh, do you have +4 in your skill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So 15 con.
Charismatic bastard.
15 con. Fail. And fail. How much damage?
It was 18.
18. Yeah, 1 is completely obliterated.
Shattered his bones.
Remember, that actually creates
18?
more... than-
Yeah, I just rolled really
They're
well.
both obliterated.
Oh, yes.
That does
Yeah.
create noise.
Oh, it's loud.
We see the blast go up like a fucking mortar. Are you able to load back in?
It is not loading back.
Interesting. All right, you're on the
Nice
bottom.
one,
You're on the
Dave.
bottom right now, so keep trying to see if you can get back in, or if you have to use a different browser. It is now Valfine's turn after that blast goes off. There are only 2 to the west.
I'm gonna. If I bonus action hide, and I use an action to perceive, does that kill my hide?
Can you bonus action perceive?
No.
Well, he can.
You can full
I
action.
mean, I can
you
bonus
full
action hide.
perceive.
But full action.
You can full action perceive, and then you can bonus action hide. Yeah,
So
if you,
well,
I have to perception check first.
you can do either.
Yeah, perception check won't break.
I
it.
was gonna say.
You
I,
can
I
do
thought it was only
both-
attacks,
You can
right?
do it in whatever order.
Okay.
Yeah.
So bonus action hide. 17,
17. Okay.
and then I'm going to see if I can see Boss Boy.
Okay.
With
I see
my
you back in. Laura.
modifier. Okay.
You get inspiration it.
14.
He seems to have left.
This is a very dangerous battle.
Okay. I'm going
Especially
to
for Morris.
You doing all right, Frazier? That
I'm gonna
wound
scoot.
healed fine.
back a little further, right there.
Okay.
What wound? I was never hurt. I don't know what you're talking about.
What did I roll? Stealth. 17.
Everybody's got mental issues
I
now.
can't see the map.
You can't see the map.
Hold on.
You most of
There you
all,
go, there you go.
brother.
Yeah, but at least
I was
mine
gonna
are
roll 20.
normal.
You are
All
up.
right, gonna firebolt.
One of the ones in the west, or the
Yep,
closest.
gonna go westies.
Okay, right there. You can smell the stench. If only they could get close to you, they would be pretty lethal.
No, I'm fine where they're at right now. Cool with that.
Okay, this is speed.
I remember what they do.
Oh, great at that distance.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that you guys were able to get far away, or catch it that early.
Catch it sooner.
Yeah, 25. This would be a much different battle.
If they were closer, it would be a different battle. But this is great. Because I just imagine you guys in this course just spells fucking flying just to take care of like what's following you.
Oh god, the boss zombie just like.
Sweet. So that is a.
Boss zombie might run away.
Remember, you have double dice because of the cantrip, so it should be 2
Yeah.
for damage.
So that's 27 to hit.
Definitely a hit.
Okay. So that's 2d10.
Big cantrip.
When is our food coming?
6 o'clock.
Oh,
so
yeah. Not 20.
How much?
11.
11.
damage.
Sweet. Yeah, we see the purple flame rip forward from your wand. It collides with the creature, blowing off some of the flesh. It's still running forward.
Okay. Then she's
You're
going to
in
say-
flight.
She's going to give the order to her minions to attack the first undead that gets within range
Of them, so they don't move.
of them or war.
Or so
Just gonna-
basically,
just
if
gonna
one
say-
comes in and starts like if it's something if they are attacking the party, get them.
Yeah.
Go.
Yep. Morris protect war, and Philip will. He'll be a free agent.
You
He'll
give
attack
one
whoever's-
one general order to all of them.
Okay, I know.
So they'll
I
Is it
am
a-
treating them as individuals, whether or not they understand that.
they don't.
I know.
They will follow the last order you give. So.
That's fine. Fiora is going to.
What was the last order you gave?
Protect the party.
Okay. Got it.
30. I'm going to have Fiora make a perception check to see if she can find you.
Go for it. She does so with advantage, I believe.
Let me see. I also advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Yep.
Alright, so
Sick,
that's-
dude.
Okay, so that's 15 plus something. Okay, so 16.
So you're
Or
a
wisdom's-
16 total?
Yeah, wisdom's plus 1.
Okay. Fiora can't. She sees only the
Okay, roll
undead. That
Oh,
Fucking
wait,
high
no,
on
it's
his
plus
stealth shit.
3. 5.
Or he's
What is it? 18?
Still probably not.
He seems to have left.
What the fuck?
He might have just cast invisibility on himself.
Maybe.
hard to see through that.
Philip is going to defend the party when
Like
that
a
happens.
PC 20.
Prisha, it's your turn.
I guess I will step up next to Philip.
Alright. Stepping up next to Phil.
What's up, Phil? How you
Philip
doing
and
on
Morris.
battery, Alex?
What? Yeah, we're still good.
Okay.
And I am going to mock the closer one of these.
45 feet, yeah. Needs to make a save, right? Wisdom? Based?
Wisdom save, yeah.
Wisdom save. Fails.
And he takes 3 points of damage and feels bad.
About what?
What he accomplished in his life,
Just.
like, before he became an undead.
He's having an existential crisis. Yeah.
Okay.
What am I doing here? What's my?
Is that considered a charm or no?
No, that
Got
is just.
Thank you.
This daily grind
Turn?
is killing my motivation.
Yeah, that's it.
Brolin, you're up.
Day in, day out, it's the same thing.
There's 2 more. To the
He was
west.
a farmer.
I see it.
Yeah, you see there are just
Ops were never
mortars
that
on the
good.
ground from the shatter and
Never
from
really
the
took any
fire.
risks
Both
in
you
his
see
life.
the ground is ripped up
Except
from
that
your
one
spells.
risk
This
that he took
area
that made
is
him
just
into an
like
undead.
a bomb field from all your guys' spells.
I'm gonna cast a cantrip, produce flame.
Okay, on the closest one. Or
Yeah.
further away. Cool. Closest.
100. Well, let me just see how the range.
You should have a range of
Fire under
120
his
feet.
ass.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
So make an attack.
So I rolled a 20. On here.
Okay. 20 does hit. So go ahead for damage.
Okay.
Kind of wish I had a way to detect invisibility.
7 fired.
Okay, yeah. How do you kill that? Yeah.
Like just a fire blast.
Yeah, it just
Shape
blasts
of
the
my
thing.
hand.
It's taken off its feet in mid-run and
I
just
tried to
rolls
do
onto the
Fire
ground
Fest.
dead.
It's close. Close to us.
turn?
I can
Yeah, that's my
suggest
turn.
that you
War, you would love
attack
to
Philip.
slay one of these things, but it seems as though the casters are getting to them before you can. You're literally standing in a field that you see just a bunch of blasts and their bodies go flying
That's why he hasn't raged yet.
in every direction. He's just saying that there's only one. There's only one more. So it's that moment after all the blasts have happened. There's a bit of ringing in the ears, and you just see the one just running just through. It's just the one,
It's
and he's the only one that can be really heard coming
It's
through.
amazing.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna shift the music for that. Just go back to just the undead jungles of
I
Chult.
feel a little bad for the one zombie who just died from me telling Philip how disappointed I am with his life.
He got fire blasted as well. So at first he felt bad. Blown away.
Destroyed by his crippling
Do
depression.
you hold more?
He'll move his 40 feet up.
War, don't go too far out. We gotta get moving.
There.
He throws another
And then-
T-Rex at him.
He'll stay there and wait for it to come.
I think this is one of the special events.
All right. Yeah. You see it running forward. That light blue in its
Special
eyes, and it stops. It actually runs forward, and then
That's all it
immediately
has
it starts to just slow down its pace, and it comes to a complete stop. You see the blue in its eyes begin to flicker. Like looks around completely, looking as confused as this thing could, and it just looks at you and moves towards you just. One step at a time. You have an opportunity.
Daddy went to find some cigarettes.
So I get 2 of these.
The stench that you smelled from it as well. You saw like as that flickered away, the smell began to fade with it.
I guess blue guy did run away.
No, blue guys.
The Wi-Fi's out of range.
24.
24 definitely hits.
And 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. Yeah, as it walks up to you, you put a heavy axe right into it, and it looks as though like you've almost killed it, and it just goes to rip out at you.
Second attack.
Oh yeah, you saved both. Yeah.
Natural 20.
How do you want to kill it? How do you, it's reaching out towards you.
Grab it. Something.
He turned down just a little
Did
bit.
this. He came up there. So
No,
he'll
I ask you to change
push
the
off with
volume.
the shield and then just bring it down straight in the forehead.
All right. And it drops.
Yeah. War's a
And
badass.
then- That
Holding
was
a
her-
second
that-
attack
that
for
was
it to
her-
wake up.
her reaction. So
That's the last one that you that y'all can see. Go ahead and roleplay in this moment. You still hear the hum of the horde, but none seem to be close to you. That seems to be a pack that just got close enough. Its leader, upon seeing your capabilities, seems to have fled.
Fuck this.
Send the rest of the horde after you and just left.
See a hooded Velphine like jump out of the bushes and just kind of brush off.
I'll give you full XP for him.
I mentioned to Philip that he's a much better undead than that one was.
How much XP was it?
Little pep talk.
All right, boys. We gotta get out of here.
Though, Morris, I'm slightly disappointed in you. You have to hit anything all day today.
yeah, let's
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
We should keep moving.
Everybody
Moving.
gets 410 XP.
Yeah. Oh man.
We gotta get out of here.
Eat it up. Can I, before we take off, roll a perception check to see
I
if
can
we
just do it
have
right here. I
any
don't have
friends.
to bother to.
Yeah.
You want to make a perception check for what?
Yeah, to see if there's anything trailing us.
You can still use the same exact
There's
perception that you
101
made
right?
before for the travel.
Or
Oh shit! So 12 only.
It would still be your 12. Oh, stop,
Yeah.
stop, stop, stop.
Throwing you off.
I know, I'm just like, it's gonna overtake the fight.
Our
Wiggle the
characters
dial
on
and
the
turn it up every time.
Keep you on your toes.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god. Alright,
Once we sleep, though, I'll be level 6, which would be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
so,
Alright.
do you continue traveling with the hum of the undead behind you, or do you stand to face
Do I spot anything with my 12? With my
you,
travel?
with your travel 12, you spot probably once in a while very, very distant members of the horde, but
Okay.
they don't seem to be chasing you any further.
Sound-wise, we're good.
Sound-wise, you still hear the hum of the horde, but it seems to be falling behind
Okay.
as you move into the evening.
Okay, good.
I've got one thing
What was
with
the
a
XP?
splat hook that
410
we'll
it's in
have to
check.
actually look up.
Oh, I missed it.
Beyond
410.
It's from one of the damn guild ones. My fix is from.
So,
It's
as you all continue traveling into the evening, you leave the hum of the horde behind, still audible. You're able to hear patches of undead as you go. It's an ever constant, but they don't seem to be what is the word? That's not aroused. Is the word aroused? They don't seem to be
Alerted?
what?
Alerted?
Alerted. Yeah, they're not making the noises
Aroused.
that they.
I mean, I'm glad they're not aroused.
Yeah, you are.
I really don't want them to be aroused.
You don't want to see what the mating season like is.
Oh,
Ooh, I forgot
no.
about that. Level 6 is the best level for Lord Bards.
Oh, I was gonna say you forgot about mating season around here. I mean,
Remember,
that's
you get that
probably
on
a good
rest.
thing, but-
You can-
Oh, I know. I was just looking at stuff.
So I would just like to say that as we are proceeding, Valoria will be nursing her hand, and she will have 2 more companions on the train.
On the trail. Two more
2 more undead.
2 more undead. Okay, I would.
Name them.
You have
Make
spent.
sure it's not one
Have
of
you
the ones
spent the
that-
spell slot, or
Yeah.
was there? Okay, cool. I would like you to. You have the ability to. I don't know how well it's going to work on there, but you have the ability to drag and drop those creatures. I'll help you with them since you're not on
No,
a computer.
I got it.
You have 3
More
spell
zombies?
slots of that?
3 spell slots.
Oh, it only
Yeah.
is 2.
Just
or
just
4.
takes the one.
He
What?
can do 2 at once.
Oh, you
To
can do
refresh
2 at
it,
once?
there's one
Okay.
Because
Well, I was going to say the
It's one
refresh
per
is the
2
one
for
that I was
refresh.
worried
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Belfine's gonna see the number of zombies.
Yeah, undead will like as you guys are moving, you would be noticed that undead approach the as the spell is cast. You take moments to pause. This would be a scene for sure. You would take a moment to pause, like after you've gotten out of the way, and 2 undead would make their way out. But you could see inside them. You can see the purple moon. You can see the bits of their veins pulsing with the purple blood.
Just a question. Did you make sure not to choose the one that I mocked to death because he's useless?
But you see,
We're not thinking him. He's too
more.
depressed.
it would be during a very, very, very brief rest where these 2 would catch up, and they would just walk
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
towards
What's this?
Alexandria.
Belfine's gonna put like a healthy distance, probably to the.
You see your 2 new children approach you,
Besides my bard spells. Maybe like a
and now you have 4 faces, the glowing
I can choose
single
2
points
spells
of
from
light
any
in
spell
their
list.
dark sockets staring at you.
She'll look down off the horse.
Hard ones are easy.
Once you've distinguished yourselves, you will earn
other
names.
ones that are
Fall in behind your brothers.
They fall behind the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, Belfine just doesn't say anything. There's some more distance between. She's gonna kind of off to the side of the party as we travel.
How many of those things you plan on making?
As many as we need.
More than 2, less than 100.
Frisia's on to things.
Shit.
Right.
You continue your travel into the evening and are able to find a spot to rest. As we look at your map, as whoever has it looks down, our camera would probably take a moment to peer and point out that you are but a day's travel away from the lost city.
So do we see anything on the horizon? through the trees or anything like that of Omu? So no like skyline or anything?
10
crazy?
miles would not be enough. You would only see 2 miles over the curvature of the earth.
It looks like it's. Is it 2 hexes away?
1.
It
It's right
is
between those three.
technically a part of all 3 of those hexes.
Oh, okay.
So if you come from any of those
Yeah,
directions,
that's why we were doing fast pace because we thought we.
if you make it fast pace, you'll get there earlier. If you only get 1 hex, you will arrive in Omu at night, because that's the end of that hex.
Yeah.
That's as far as that hex goes.
I'm not feeling confident about showing up at Omo at night.
So
Done around now.
you've taken rest. The bubble is up, correct?
Bubbles up.
The zombies are out. Can I get those 2 new boys in the campsite?
Sure. I'll drag them in.
Where you want them. I also have your alert spell
Perfect. That was.
in all 4 corners.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. You are so protected at night. Oh, I almost pity. Like I almost like disdain. There's almost disdain when I roll a night roll.
Oh, we should name the other 2 as well.
Once they've distinguished themselves, they will earn names.
So, your night will go unhindered as well. You seem to have left the alerted horde well behind, and you seem to be in a relatively more, as safe as it can be here in the jungle, around more inactive undead.
I'm going to refer to them as Gerald and Edgar.
As the bubble raises, it offers a different kind of ambience, for sure, I think, of music. Though, depending upon what it is, I'll just do Inquisitive. My favorite one.
Of course, yeah. What other tracks are there?
Oh, I imagine there's like it's a silence, like the fire crackling.
There's no fire.
Do you want to hear fire crackling? I can do that.
Brolin will make a fire.
No, you won't.
Not inside the bubble.
That will fill the bubble with smoke.
We're gonna die. We're gonna asphyxiate.
This does not have adequate ventilation.
We established with the mist for that nothing comes in.
Okay.
That's not me. That's all you.
No sound either.
There's sound. You hear the jungles.
No, I mean, can people hear from the?
People can't hear outside,
Oh, yeah.
but you can hear in.
So I imagine there's just an awkward silence. Hey, Frisia. What's giving us some music? Please.
Holding.
Yes. She'll play some music.
Only after the bleed. Yeah, you play some nice tunes that make the ambience quite pleasurable inside of this
I
area.
only got 19, I'm sorry.
That
My cat.
we did pretty well against that thing. Wish we were on top of it like we were with Septus.
Septus is a full-blooded dragon. That was an undead corpse. They're a little different on the tiers.
He was bigger than Septus, though.
You were about as big.
No.
The same size?
No, the T-Rex was...
It was huge.
Brolin was one size larger than...
Septus was the size of a horse.
Yeah.
This thing was more the size of a T-Rex.
I can't imagine a horse-sized dragon whooping that much ass.
It's a big beast, man.
Whoops! It did. whip some
Imagine
ass for
like
that
an
size.
alligator that big.
Imagine an alligator
If
that big.
it were this fucking big, it'd kick most humans' asses.
This is fair.
It breathes fire. Very hot fire.
Burning fire.
Some of us can attest. This is very hot fire.
We're getting close. To Omu, right? Says so on the map.
A day or so.
Malphine's turned away from the party, probably where it looks on the map. She's turned away and she's got like her journal open. She's scribbling, just kind of keeping like side eyes on those 2 zombies that she can see in her periphery.
You alright, Valfine?
Fine, thanks.
Alright.
She just kind of doesn't even turn her head, just scribbling.
We don't know what's there. We've been through a lot the past couple days. It's taken me just now to really let it all settle in.
We know a few things, right?
Pretty sure she changes the music to much more dramatic music.
Listen,
It just sounds like the Inquisitive.
for good or evil, we made it through. We're alive.
We aren't there yet.
Yeah.
We have a Were-Tiger previous comrade. Artist may be there.
Yeah, in Dragon Bay.
Yeah.
They'd wait for us. That Rosin Sea guy.
Yeah.
They might be there.
Probably snake people.
He better be there.
Why? Were you looking for him?
He's gotta die. For good this time.
You
Good.
remember your oath made to the Oracle.
Oh
of
yeah,
Lord
yeah, to
Lunga.
kill Rosin Sea, yeah. He's gonna die.
Don't worry. That's taken care of.
Right?
I'm still
That
worried.
wasn't free. That wasn't free show. That was just a way of saying.
You know-
Don't worry. That's taken care of.
Oh, it's
Frisha sounds really confident for someone that didn't see any visions. Yeah.
The thing that scares me the most, when we killed Septus, I was expecting any minute that we'd hear a roar. The thing that's scaring me is the silence.
You do know how distance works, right?
Not like that. I'd expect things to start burning and burning fast. I don't know much about red dragons, but I know they're not nice.
I'm
And
sure.
especially even more not nice when you kill something that belongs to them.
You
Sure.
had a name.
I'm sure a great many things have burned.
She can't find us this far. I mean, she can't know where Omu is. I mean, she can fly. I assume she probably knows where Omu is. Don't know why she'd start looking there, though. We'll see. Ward, you have any ideas what to do when we get to Omu? You got a scout, maybe?
Ultimately, we're here to kill Ross and see.
It's
We
a
have to find him,
it's a city, right?
kill him.
Yeah, I mean, the legends say it's a huge city. So it might be covered in trees and vines or something. We still need a plan.
We don't know until we get there.
Yeah, I guess.
No plan survives first contact with the enemy, Brolin.
It's the first rule of D&D.
Never does.
Doesn't mean you should make plans.
There's not much to make plans around. We don't know the terrain. We don't know what it looks like, except for that sneak peek of the map I got. But
No, you did.
Oh.
yeah, I did.
You did?
Oh.
You didn't see it when it fell over, and I had to look away when I picked it up and turned it back.
Oh no,
Okay.
Kyle!
It was accidental. Like
It was
I looked
accidental.
over and saw it fall, and the face was
Oh
towards me.
shit!
So I got this like reflexive view, and then I turned away.
Okay.
But,
We'll get a clear view.
Cheater!
Oh, he's fine. You turned it back over?
yeah, no, it's upside down now.
Alright.
Chosen my spell, so that's good.
Oh yeah, I should do that while we're role playing.
We should get.
We'll be getting food in about 10 minutes. It sounds like so.
We should get to sleep. We're gonna need the energy.
Certainly trying to, but you don't seem to want to stop talking.
So,
Rowan will remember what Iku's teachings, or what little, Alexandria. Been at each other's throats ever since Septus.
And whose fault is that?
It's funnier that way.
I mean, you should have heard the things you said. You're acting like you never said them. What you said to Valfi, which the stuff you were speaking.
It was an abyssal, you wouldn't have understood.
Oh, the crazy crap you said to us. It's not like you.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm just gonna let
What do
you continue on as I try to sleep.
She rolls over.
Come on, character.
Roland will
master.
meditate.
Load.
Figure out the weather tomorrow.
You guys take your standard watches. Brolin, War, Valthine with the last two, or Valthine with one.
Valthine's only gonna take one time.
One, and then
I'll take the last one, I guess.
last one with free show. As your night makes its way through, you face no hindrance, as I said before, and you awaken the next day to an ever colder atmosphere.
What's the weather? I mean, I did the scrying for weather.
It is almost 60 degrees,
Has it ever been that cold in Chult?
not of your knowledge.
Oh, Brolin's never been on a Chult.
And we will pick up here after food.
Brolin's
So we're going to
freezing.
take a break.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Ah, feels
Goodbye.
like home.
Well,
Food time.
we killed that T-Rex. Good.
Are we off?